punts up the third baseline. Esquivel charging in. They're not going to have a play, and the Ducks are the champions of the Atlantic League here in 2012. Going back is Adam Bailey. He settles under it. He makes the catch. Adam Bailey makes the catch. And for a second straight year, the Atlantic League trophy will reside on Long Island. The Ducks are the Atlantic League champions.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital pregame show.
Live from Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, you are listening to Long Island Ducks baseball, and tonight the Long Island Ducks take on the Camden Riversharks in Game 3 of a 4-game set at the Duck Pond. Hello Ducks fans, Chris Buckley here with you. I'll be bringing you all the play-by-play action this evening, and it's been an interesting series so far, to say the least, for the Long Island Ducks. They have dropped both games of this 4-game set as we enter tonight's contest. And in the first game, it was a 4-3 victory for the Camden Riversharks. However, a historic night here at Bethpage Ballpark as starter Rich Hill took a no-decision, pitched 6 innings, only gave up 2 hits, did not allow a run. He walked 2 batters, but he tied a franchise record for strikeouts in a game for a single pitcher, tying Mike Lurie's record from September of 2011 when, in Southern Maryland against the Blue Crabs, Mike Lurie struck out 14 batters while Rich Hill matched him against the Camden Riversharks, 14 Ks, and that was truly an incredible performance. And then we go to last night, 5-4 Riversharks in 9 innings. Bruce Kern takes the loss for the Long Island Ducks, 5 innings, 9 hits, 5 runs, and they were all earned, 1 walk and 4 Ks, and he took the loss, and we will tell you how we got to that final. Again, the Ducks have lost both games now of this 4-game set that we've played so far, and for the second straight game, behind late in the contest, the Ducks unable to complete a comeback. Camden was first to get on the scoreboard in Game 2 of 4 from Central Islip after breezing through the first 2 innings. Duck starter Bruce Kern again struggled in the 3rd inning. After getting 1 out, Kern walked designated hitter Eric Frame. The Sharks then put together 3 straight singles, including back-to-back RBI singles from Michael Rocket and former Duck Evan Crawford. Kern escaped the frame without allowing another run, but then ran into even more trouble 1 inning later. Daniel Rocket's RBI double and Jose Heal's RBI single extended the Camden lead to 4-0. However, Long Island began their scoring in the bottom of that inning. Dan Lyons was the batter to lead off that frame. Jose Heal doing the catching for Camden, flashes the sign, sets up on the inside part of the plate. The 3-2 from Herrera, hit high in the air to deep left field. Going back is Evan Crawford on the warning track, looks up, he leaps. Did he make the grab? He did not. It goes over the wall. A solo home run for Dan Lyons, his 9th bomb of the year, and the Long Island Ducks have gotten on the scoreboard. It's 4-1 Camden in the bottom of the 4th. And you can hear the hesitation there because Lyons hitting that ball very high in the air, and Evan Crawford out in left field giving it his best effort, back against the wall, leaping but unable to hold on to the baseball. So that was the first run for Long Island. Again, you heard it, his 9th homer of the season. That is a career high for the Ducks shortstop, who has been the designated hitter over the last couple games, dealing with some shoulder soreness. We'll get more on that in the injury report once the game starts. 2 batters later, Sean Burrows, in his first game in a Long Island Ducks uniform, came to bat for the 2nd time in the game. Burrows with 3 home runs on the year. 2 of them came at this ballpark. The 2-1 hit high in the air to right center field. Going back is Daniel Rocket onto the warning track. He looks up, and it is over the wall. The 2nd home run of the inning. Both solo shots for the Long Island Ducks. First Dan Lyons, and now Sean Burrows in his 2nd at-bat with Long Island. Goes deep to right center field, and the Ducks have cut the lead in half. It's 4-2 Riversharks. So Sean Burrows with a long dinger to deep right center field, his 4th of the year, and you heard me saying it right before the call, just a total coincidence that 3 home runs on the season for Burrows, 2 of them were hit here at Bethpage Ballpark, and they were both off John Brownell when he was still on the Bluefish a few weeks ago. Well, he goes deep in his Ducks debut. Welcome to Long Island was the vibe going around the ballpark for Sean Burrows. So trailing 4-2 Kern allowed one more run in the 5th on Carlos Guzman's sacrifice fly before he was pulled entering the 6th frame. Billy Buckner came in and fired 2 straight hitless innings in his second relief appearance as a Duck to keep the score 5-2. In the bottom of the 7th, the Ducks put up a pair of runs, and one of them came courtesy of Phelan Lentini. The 1-2 is chopped right side, fielded by Matera, and they will get the out at first. That's the smart play. The run does score. Mike Blank comes home from third on the ground out to second from Phelan Lentini, and the game is now 5-3 in favor of the Camden Riversharks. Runners at second and third, the 0-1. So Phelan Lentini makes it 5-3 on the RBI ground out, and then the next run was not driven in. It came courtesy of Camden reliever Dan Blewett. Bounces away and goes to the backstop. That'll be a wild pitch. Sliding in safely is Anthony Vega. Steve McQuail, the tying run, goes from second to third. It's a 5-4 ball game. The tying run 90 feet away for the Flock. So for the second straight game, reliever Dan Blewett comes in to a situation in which there were no one out in the inning, and he had to pick up where a reliever before him had left off. Well, in the first game, it was Eric Smith, the starter, but last night it was reliever T.J. Chisholm. But he comes into that jam, throws a wild pitch to score a run in both outings. However, Long Island not able to complete the comeback on either night. It was the second straight game that Blewett gave Long Island a run, but then Rob Bryson and Matt Gorgon come in and hold the Ducks to just one hit in the final 2 innings to complete the win for the Camden Riversharks. Lentini finished with 3 hits in the game for Long Island, had a double, a run batted in, and 1 run scored. Kern goes to 6-3 with the loss for Long Island, and ex-Duck Daniel Herrera improves to 4-4 with the win. Gorgon picks up his 23rd save and second in as many nights. He also got the save on Sunday evening. And Billy Buckner, coming into that relief role, was a starter all year long for the Long Island Ducks. It's joining the team a few months ago, and that was just his second relief appearance, but did not have much of a problem. Has given up just 1 run over the 2 appearances and looked sharp. Did not allow a hit last night. He walked 1 and struck out 3. J.C. Romero and Donnie Veal pitched in the 8th and 9th, each allowed a hit. Romero walked 1 and struck out 1. Donnie Veal struck out 2 batters. Well, that was how we got to the 5-4 final in terms of the standings. Long Island in the second half of play now 13-17, 5.5 games back in the second half standings, and the Camden Riversharks 12-18 coming into tonight's contest, 6.5 games back in the division, so just 1 game behind Long Island. But as a matter of fact, if you look at every team in the Atlantic League right now over the last 10 games, the Camden Riversharks have the best record, 7-3 in their last 10 contests. The Lancaster Barnstormers and York Revolution of the Freedom Division are both 2 games over 500 in their last 10 outings, 6-4. So the Riversharks, despite the fact that they're in last place, have been playing much better baseball. Again, this is a team that finished in 3rd place, just 2 games ahead of the Bridgeport Bluefish. In the first half, they were 28-42, while the Fish went 26-44. They finished 22 and 24 games back of first, respectively, in that first half. So Long Island with a tough task in front of them, and they'll send Ian Marshall to the mound, and we'll take a step out. When we come back, we'll take a look at the pitching matchups for tonight's ball game, and we'll eventually get to first pitch. Don't go anywhere.
Hey fans, this is Kevin Byers, manager of the Long Island Ducks, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather, 103.9 LI News Radio.
North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding health care right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at www.nslij.com.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Welcome back to Bethpage Ballpark. The Long Island Ducks have taken the field as they gear up for Game 3 of 4 with the Camden Riversharks. So far, Long Island, having dropped the first 2 games of the series, looking to break the trend, stop the skid, stop the bleeding, however you want to put it, and send Ian Marshall out to the mound for Game 3 as they look for their 60th win of the 2015 season. Long Island currently 59-41 in 2015, while the Camden Riversharks are 40-60, 20 games under 500. On the year, Ian Marshall, 4-6 with a 3.44 ERA in 18 starts. Spent last year with the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, has pitched in 107 innings, has given up 98 hits, 41 walks, and 67 strikeouts. And across the 107 innings, he has allowed 48 runs, 41 of them earned. On the mound for Camden, it will be Wes Torres, the right-hander. And we'll talk more about him when he goes out to the hill in the bottom of the first frame. But as of right now, the teams are out on the field, and we'll pause and carry our national anthem for you.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, full bombs roosting in air, can prove through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Our national anthem is complete. Long Island Ducks have taken the field. The Camden Riversharks getting ready to come to the plate against Ian Marshall. Defensively, for the Flock this evening, same exact defensive alignment as last night. Sean Burrows is at third base. Carlos Hughes is the shortstop. Cody Puckett is at second. Steve McQuail back at first base for the injured John Griffin. Mike Blank doing the catching. Anthony Vega is out in left field. Delta Cleary Jr. in center. And Phelan Lentini is out in right field. Ducks wearing their white uniforms with the pinstripes. Black hats. Logo right in the front. Orange duck. Crackerjack ready behind home plate for the Camden Riversharks. Managed by Chris Widger, 1 through 9. It'll be Michael Rocket leading things off, wearing number 2. The ex-Duck, number 52, Evan Crawford, hits second. Number 10, Patty Matera will hit third. Number 3, Carlos Guzman hits cleanup. Number 27, Joel Guzman hitting fifth. Number 1, Daniel Rocket will hit sixth, as a homer in this series already for Camden. Number 34, it's the backup catcher. It's not Jose Heel. Mike Kearns gets the start. That is the only change to the lineup for Chris Widger. He hits seventh. Number 11, Eric Frayne is the DH, and he'll hit eighth. And rounding out the starting 9 is number 47, Zach McPhee. He will be playing at shortstop. Some nasty, nasty weather coming through the area, northeast, overnight. Well, tarp was on the field as of last night. Grass seems to have soaked up all of the water that came off the tarp. Nice job by the grounds crew as well to get this field in tip-top shape, ready for first pitch. As Michael Rocket will step in, hitting from the right side, hitting .274 on the year. 1 homer, 27 RBIs. He scored 40 times, 10 walks and 3 stolen bases. Ian Marshall will get a ball from third baseman Sean Burrows, and that ball looks like it's covered in mud, so Marshall will toss that over toward the bench and get a new baseball from home plate umpire Fred DeJesus. Our first base umpire is Tom Gandolfo. Third base umpire is Richard Katz, who was behind the plate last night. Camden in their gray jerseys with the light blue numbers and Camden in print on the front. Ian Marshall is into his windup. He kicks and fires. The first pitch fastball is way up and in to Michael Rocket, and we are underway. 6:36 official first pitch from Bethpage Ballpark, so 1 minute behind the scheduled time. Next pitch is off the outside corner to Rocket.
Temperature of the ball game is 76 degrees.
76 degrees and 6:36 from Central Islip. We thank you so much for making us a part of your evening entertainment. This one hit up the middle. The diving effort from Cody Puckett is not enough. It rolls under his glove, and it's a leadoff single for Michael Rocket. The Riversharks have their leadoff hitter aboard. So the Sharks waste no time against Ian Marshall. First hit of the game, obviously. Evan Crawford will step up.
Batting at the second position, left fielder number 52, Evan Crawford, number 52.
And with that leadoff base hit, Michael Rocket, the Sugarland, Texas native and brother of Daniel, also in the lineup once again, as Marshall throws over to first. Rocket has now reached base in 13 of his last 15 games. He was 21 for 56 in that stretch, so now 22 for 57. He leads off first. Marshall ready at the belt. He kicks and fires. Crawford, no bunting attempt, and the fastball on the outside corner is a called strike, 0-1 count. Field still looks a bit wet in certain spots, but definitely playable. Not too much of a problem. The 0-1 is off the outside edge, count even at 1-1. Slight breeze going out toward right field. The flags down the right field line, waving gently in the breeze. Michael Rocket on the year with 3 stolen bases. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Crawford goes after the high and tight fastball and swings through it, so a 1-2 count in favor of Ian Marshall. Marshall, in fact, had his longest outing of the year, at least in a Ducks uniform. Back on June 6th in Camden, the 1-2 is hit off the end of Crawford's bat. He goes after the curveball and makes enough contact to stay alive. Ian pitched at Campbell's Field, got the win, 8 innings, 1 run. It was earned, 5 hits, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. Arguably his best start of the year. Again, that was back on June 6th. The Ducks won 7-1. Swing and a miss. Low and in fastball, and Crawford swings right over the top. And the first strikeout and out of the inning for Ian Marshall.
Section 206 behind the Long Island Ducks dugout.
Nice job of the right-hander. And Patty Matera, the 3-hitter, will step up to the plate.
Second baseman number 10, Patty Matera, number 10.
Matera hitting .256 on the year. He's gone deep 3 times, 24 RBIs. Carlos Guzman, the cleanup hitter, stands in the on-deck circle. Matera hits from the right side, playing second base today. First pitch from Marshall, check swing, inside pitch, and they check at first. Tom Gandolfo says that Patty Matera did go around, brought the bat through the zone, so it's a strike for Ian Marshall on 1 count. 2 straight tough losses for the Ducks in this series so far. Trying to break out of the small slump. The 0-1 curveball misses away. Not by much. Mike Blank tried to hold it in the zone. Too far outside. 1-1 count. 1 away. Ground ball. Could be 2 for the Ducks. Rocket about a 2-step lead off the bag at first. McQuail holds him on. Marshall not throwing over. The pitch to home is outside. Fastball, count 2-1. This game, the 276th all-time meeting between the Ducks and Sharks. Camden with a 1-game lead in the all-time series, 138-137, and with a 1-game advantage here in Central Islip, 68-67. 2-1 is pounded into the ground, foul. down the third base line and into the corner by the Smokin' House Party Deck. Anthony Vega, fresh off his return to Long Island from Southern Maryland, goes over and retrieves the ball and tosses it into the stands. So the count's 2-2. No score, top of the first. Mike Blank flashes the signs to Ian Marshall, who comes set and he's ready. Kicks and fires. Fastball inside, and Matera has to get out of the way of it. Close pitch nonetheless, and it is a ball. 3-2 count. Michael Rocket is the runner at first base for the Camden Riversharks. Marshall's full count offering. There goes Rocket, and the ball is outside. Ball 4. First walk for Ian Marshall. Patty Matera will go and trot to first base. Rocket moves up to second. He was taken off.
In the fourth position for the Riversharks, center fielder number 3, Carlos Guzman, number 3.
Carlos Guzman will step up, who yesterday was 1 for 3 with the RBI, had a sacrifice fly, also scored a run. Every starter in the lineup for the Riversharks yesterday, facing Bruce Kern and 3 relievers for the Ducks, had at least 1 hit. 1 through 9, at least 1 hit. First pitch from Marshall. Fastball, called strike on the outside corner. Nice looking first pitch. Head 0-1. Guzman definitely the biggest offensive threat in the lineup tonight, and so far in the series even for Camden. The 0-1. Curveball way up and out. Looked like it slipped out of Ian's hand. That ground definitely still wet, even though the tarp is covering it. Water will always find a way to get to the grass, so anytime the ball will hit the dirt, hit the ground, can be hard for a pitcher. Hold on to the grip. Guzman hitting .282. 1-1 is a off-speed pitch. Off-speed, low and in. Count 2-1. 7 homers for Guzman, 51 RBIs, 35 runs, and the same amount of walks as well, 35 base on balls. 2-1. Swing and chopped foul, right side. Slow roller in front of the Ducks dugout. That'll fall dead in the grass, and the count is even at 2-2. Guzman, the Brooklyn, New York native, hitting from the left side. Currently in the midst of a 14-game hitting streak. Extended it late in the game last night. The 2-2 is chopped to the second baseman, Cody Puckett. The flip to Hughes at second, on to first, and the low throw is handled by Steve McQuail. Nice job by the Long Island Ducks. It's a 4-6-3 to end the top of the first. No runs for Camden. On 1 hit, it was the leadoff single from Michael Rocket, and no Long Island errors. Camden strands 2, and we go to the bottom of the first. The Long Island Ducks will come up to bat in a scoreless ball game.
Hey fans, this is Marty Jansen, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather. 1039 LI News Radio.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicoloc paving stones and walls. Nicoloc's specially formulated paver shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicoloc. Visit the Nicoloc Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicoloc.com.
Let Nicoloc pavers pave your way.
Enjoy the ultimate VIP fan experience at Bethpage Ballpark this season by taking in a Ducks game from the brand new Trout Town Fan Can. Presented by Roscoe Beer Company, the Fan Can is available for rental at all Ducks home games. It features 12 Dream Seat theater-style padded seats, beverage holders, an air-conditioned atmosphere, and an incredible view of the game. Packages are now available with food and beverage included. To reserve your Fan Can outing today, call the Ducks Group Sales Department at 631-940-3825. The Trout Town Fan Can at Bethpage Ballpark. Your VIP experience has arrived.
The Ducks of Municipal Credit Union have teamed up this season to present the Walk with a Purpose promotion Every time a Long Island Ducks player walks, Municipal Credit Union will make a donation to the Quackerjack Foundation Municipal Credit Union, serving members since 1916. On the mound for the Camden Riversharks, we go to the bottom of the first. It's Wes Torres, who comes in at 4-4 with a 4.46 ERA out of White Plains, New York, born February 19th, 1991. 24 years old, has made 16 starts in 19 appearances, has tossed 94 2/3 innings so far, currently in his second season with the Camden Riversharks. Phelan Lentini will lead things off for the Long Island Ducks. Torres has allowed 53 runs, 47 of them earned on 97 hits, 38 walks, 63 strikeouts. He has not won a ball game since July 14th when Camden defeated Somerset at TD Bank Ballpark. Torres allowed 3 runs on 4 hits in 6 innings for that W. He's made 4 starts since then. 0-1 the count to Phelan Lentini after the first pitch fastball. Lentini lofts one out into right center field. Closing in the gap is Carlos Guzman. Rangers under it, reaches out with the right hand, or left hand I should say, and makes the grab for out number 1. So Lentini retired, hit it pretty well, but too much air. Delta Cleary Jr. will step up.
Long Island Ducks center fielder, number 5, Delta Cleary Jr., number 5.
Delta hitting .285, had his first home run of the year. In his first year with the Long Island Ducks, hit that solo homer in Sugar Land the other night down in Texas. 27 RBIs, first pitch fastball is off the outside edge, count 1-0. Delta has been a mainstay in the lineup pretty much a week after joining the team. He hits this one out to left field. Diving effort from Evan Crawford. He reaches out and makes the grab. What a catch by former Long Island Duck Evan Crawford. Slow to get up. He definitely held on to the baseball. The out motion was made by third base umpire Richard Katz, and Crawford is definitely hurt. Laying on his side out there, putting his hand in the air as if to say, seems like he needs some help. Looks like his right shoulder. Currently holding it right now. What an effort from number 52, Evan Crawford, out of Reynoldsburg, Ohio. 6'2", 165 pounds. Actually just turned 27 years old on August 5th. That was some grab, so there's 2 away. Trying to walk it off. Looks like he might be okay. Might just have to take a couple throws to make sure his throwing arm is okay. He is a right-hander, so has to just make sure he can still throw. Cleary Jr. robbed of that hit. Lines out to left field. Dan Lyons will be the batter as Crawford continues to throw out in left field. Scoreless ball game, bottom of the first inning. 2 away for the Long Island Ducks offense, and Crawford seems to be okay. The athletic trainer, Dan Brine, came out to make sure that Crawford was ready to go. All the players return to their positions. Defensively for the Riversharks, it's Michael Rocket at third, Zach McPhee playing at shortstop, Patty Matera is the second baseman, Joel Guzman is at first, Mike Kearns does the catching, Wes Torres on the mound, Evan Crawford, as you well know, is out in left field, Carlos Guzman is in center, and Daniel Rocket is in right. Rest of the lineup for Long Island, Lions hitting here in the 3-hole, Puckett hits cleanup, Sean Burrows hits 5th, Mike Blank hitting 6th, Anthony Vega 7th, Steve McQuail 8th, and Carlos Hughes, the shortstop, hits 9th. Dan Lyons swings through the up and in fastball from Wes Torres, and the count is 0-1. Torres appearing in 22 games last year with Camden. Had a 5-5 record with a 4.38 ERA in 20 starts as Lyons hits that one foul. Right side and up into the luxury suite level here at the Duck Pond. Lyons behind 0-2, and Dan has been hot of late. 9th homer of the year last night. He already has a career high in homers this year. The 0-2. Fastball misses away. Not a bad 2-strike pitch from Torres. Count is 1-2. His previous career high was 7. Did that in 2008 with Single A Hagerstown and Advanced A Potomac. Rolls this one over to the shortstop, Zach McPhee. High throw, but handled by Joel Guzman, and by half a step, Dan Lyons is retired to end the first inning. So Lions go 6-3, and 1-2-3 opening frame for Camden starter Wes Torres, and we're through one full. No score between Long Island and Camden. The Riversharks will come up to bat when we return.
Hey fans, this is right-handed pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather. 1039 LI News Radio.
Thinking about buying or refinancing a home? Start by attending a free MCU home buying seminar. Then speak with one of our loan specialists who will guide you through the loan process. With an affordable mortgage from Municipal Credit Union, Home Sweet Home will be a little sweeter. Call 212-238-3521 or visit nymcu.org to apply for your mortgage today. Municipal Credit Union. Strong, trusted, growing. Municipal Credit Union is an equal housing opportunity lender.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
The Ducks Health Report is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapists of the Long Island Ducks. 6 players currently on the injury report. First off, John Griffin dealing with the hairline fracture of his left hand that he suffered the other night in the opener of this series when he was facing Camden starter Eric Smith. No timetable for the first baseman's return, hence Steve McQuail playing and starting at first base the last 2 nights. Or last night, and Brian Sabatella actually replaced John Griffin in the opener. Blake Davis dealing with a groin injury. He's day-to-day. Dan Lyons with the shoulder soreness, having some trouble throwing right now. He's limited to just being a DH as for right now. Randy Ruiz on the disabled list with a hamstring injury, as is catcher Jose Morales. And Eric Komatsu also on the DL with his elbow injury. So those 6 guys dealing with some injuries. Joel Guzman hits a 1-1 fastball high in the air, right side of the field, shallow right, and the second baseman, Cody Puckett, ranges out, reaches up, looking into the clouds, and makes the grab for the first out of the top of the second inning.
In the 6th position, right fielder, number 1, Daniel Rocket, number 1.
So Daniel Rocket, hitting from the right side of the plate, will step in. Hit a solo shot 2 nights ago on Sunday. Long homer to left. Again, it was 4-3 Camden on Sunday, 5-4 last night. 2 straight 1-run losses, tough 1-run losses, especially in the way that they unfolded for the Long Island Ducks. Sunday in particular with the 14 Ks for Rich Hill. The 1-0 from Ian Marshall is a fastball inside, misses off the inside corner, count 2-0. Rocket hitting .227, that was his 9th homer 2 nights ago. 24 RBIs, 39 runs scored. Definitely has some speed. The 2-0. Curveball on the outside corner. 2-0 curveball, and Marshall finds the zone. Count 2-1. Two-1 from number 21. And is a fastball, low and away. Misses out of the zone. Sean Burrows plays about 2 steps behind the bag at third base. Carlos Hughes and Cody Puckett at short and second. About a step on the outfield grass. Rocket gets jammed. A flare out into shallow center. Delta Cleary Jr. slides and holds on for the grab. Beautiful play from the Long Island center fielder, number 5, Delta Cleary Jr. So the Riversharks and Long Island Ducks trade web gems in the first 2 innings. First, Evan Crawford in the home half of the first, and now here in the top of the second, it's Delta Cleary Jr. robbing Daniel Rocket of a bloop single, 2 away. Very nice grab. Mike Kearns hits one off the end of the bat, right side, and into the stands. Kearns, the backup catcher for Camden. Jose Heel started the first 2 games of this series, so Kearns gets the opportunity here. Hitting .188, making just his sixth start in 7 games for the Riversharks. 1 RBI, 1 run scored. That pitch misses for Marshall, so the count 1-1. 2 away, 1 hit so far in the game for either team. Leadoff single from Michael Rocket for Camden, top of the first. And that ball comes up and in and hits Mike Kearns on the elbow. Seems like Ian Marshall is having some trouble keeping his grip on the curveball. He's thrown a couple pitches, even to lefties, that went in that exact same spot, but because Kearns is a righty hitter, it comes up and hits him in the elbow. So he's aboard at first base, hit by a pitch with 2 outs. Eric Frayne, who has had a nice series so far, is the batter. Chops this one up the middle. Puckett ranges over to his right, fields it himself, and will step on the bag to retire the side. So Frayne is retired, 4-run assisted. And that will do it for the Camden Riversharks in the top of the second through 1.5. No score between Camden and Long Island. The Flock will come up to bat when we return.
Hey fans, this is shortstop Dan Lyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather. 1039 LI News Radio.
The results are in. Thousands of PSEG Long Island customers participated in our energy efficiency programs, saving nearly $35 million. Being energy efficient helps our environment, too. Together, we've eliminated 21,000 cars worth of emissions in 2014. Thank you, Long Island. We're all making a difference. Discover how we're improving every day to bring you better service at www.pseglyny.com/efficiency.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the Flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Welcome back to the Duck Pond, Bethpage Ballpark. Long Island Ducks and Camden Riversharks playing Game 3 of a 4-game set. Chris Buckley here with you, bringing you all the play-by-play action. No score as we go to the bottom of the second frame. For the Long Island Ducks, leading it off, it will be their cleanup hitter, Cody Puckett, followed by Sean Burrows and catcher Mike Blank. 1 hit in the game so far for either team. Leadoff single in the top of the first for Michael Rocket, the Camden third baseman. Puckett on the year, hitting .272, has gone deep 7 times, 36 RBIs, has scored 52 runs, 22 walks, 1 stolen base. Wes Torres back out on the mound for the Camden Riversharks. Into his windup, the first pitch of this inning, a fastball, called strike on the outside corner. Count is 0-1. Yesterday, Cody, 1 for 4 in the series so far. 3 for 8 was hit by a pitch. Ropes this one to deep left field. Going back is Evan Crawford. Looking up, it is off the base of the wall. Fielded on the short hop as it bounces along the warning track, and Cody Puckett will easily reach second base standing. It's a leadoff double for the Ducks second baseman. Well, Crawford robbed Delta Cleary Jr. an inning ago with an incredible diving catch heading toward the left field line, but had absolutely no chance at reaching that baseball. So the first run possibly at second base for the Long Island Ducks. Cody Puckett is in scoring position. Sean Burrows hitting .320. Spent all year with the Bridgeport Bluefish and has played now just 1 game with the Long Island Ducks. 4 homers, 3 of which have come here in the confines of Bethpage Ballpark. 28 RBIs. First pitch fastball misses low and away. Count 1-0. Wes Torres, the Camden starter, his father Mike Torres pitched 17 major league seasons was on the 1977 New York Yankees World Series team. Burrows watches a fastball go by low and away again. Mike Torres also on the New York Mets, was their opening day starter in 1983. Spending time with both local teams. 2-0 from Torres, checks on Puckett at second. Kicks and fires. Fastball that time hits the outside corner for a strike, 2-1. On deck is the catcher, Mike Blank. Puckett off of second with one stolen base on the year. Fastball low and in. Burrows has to jump out of the way and make sure he doesn't take one off the shin there. Burrows has scored 20 runs and also walked 20 times. 3-1 is chopped foul just in front of Mike Blank, who watches it bounce off the concrete to his right as he stands in the on-deck circle. It'll be Burrows, Blank, and then Anthony Vega. Michael Rocket plays about a step behind the bag, but off the line toward third base. Puckett gets a bigger lead off second. The 3-2 is hit to the right side, right into the glove of the first baseman, Joel Guzman, for the first out. Burrows did not hit that ball very hard. Just a floater that Guzman easily handled. So one away. Puckett stays at second.
Batting in the sixth position, Long Island Ducks catcher, number 9, Mike Blank, number 9.
Mike Blank and his .289 average will step in. Mike has hit 6 home runs this year. He's driven in 27 runs. Patty Matera, the Camden second baseman, shades toward the bag just to try to keep Puckett close, but he's not that close at all. First pitch fastball pounds the outside corner. Count is 0-1. Wes Torres, having previously pitched for the Windy City Thunderbolts of the Frontier League, appeared in 4 games with the team back in 2013 before he came and started his Camden career. Comes set, the 0-1. Hit high in the air, but shallow center field. Carlos Guzman ranges in, plenty of time. Reaches up and makes the grab for round number 2. Guzman picked up his speed quickly, but settled under that ball with plenty of time. Anthony Vega will step up for the Long Island Ducks, hitting from the left side.
Vega, number 27.
Had an RBI triple in the series opener on Sunday for Long Island. Again, began the season with the Ducks, was then traded to the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs on June 12th before he was reacquired on Sunday before the game. He's played in both games of the series so far. 2 away, Torres' first pitch. Curveball low and in, and Vega swings right over the top. Nice looking pitch from the right-hander. Ahead in the count, 0-1. Wes Torres began his collegiate career at High Point University, made 13 appearances, 2 starts, and then played 1 season with Johnson County Community College, and then pitched his final 2 seasons at Jacksonville University. Went all around in college. That fastball was up and away for a ball, 1-1. Steve McQuail is on deck. Puckett still off of second. Torres keeping an eye on him. Looks back and forth, now comes home. Another off-speed pitch that Vega just makes contact with on the 1-1 count. Hits it to the backstop behind home plate, so the count goes to 1-2. Vega hitting .273. 6 triples on the season. Torres has the sign from his battery mate Mike Kearns. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Goes with the tailing fastball off the outside corner, and Vega goes fishing at it, but can't make contact, so that will end the inning. 4 batters come up for the Long Island Ducks. No runs, 1 hit. Cody Puckett's double, no Camden errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We are through 2 from Bethpage Ballpark. To the top of the third we go. No score between your Long Island Ducks and Camden Riversharks. The Sharks will come up to the plate when we come back.
Hey fan, this is outfielder Delta Clear Jr. You're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather, 1039 LI News Radio.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on Bark in the Park Night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Hey Ducks fans, the final out of the top of the third inning was the 15th out of tonight's ball game. Did you know that a 15-minute call to Geico could save you 15% or more on your car insurance? Get a free quote today. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. That's 1-800-947-AUTO or visit geico.com. Zach McPhee, the Camden shortstop, is the batter to lead us off in the top of the third. Ian Marshall is behind in the count 2-1. McPhee on the season, hitting 156, has not hit a home run, has driven in 9 runs, scored once, no walks, no stolen bases. The 2-1 is hit foul, left side off the end of McPhee's bat, over the Camden dugout and out of play. Count is 2-2. No score between the Ducks and Riversharks here at Bethpage Ballpark. Chris Buckley here with you. Clouds continue to hover over us here in Central Islip. Fastball upstairs. Upstairs there brings the count full. Burrows plays even with the bag at third base. Marshall's full count offering. Fastball, chopped left side. Carlos Hughes, the shortstop, ranges in. Strong throw, a bit low, but handled by Steve McQuail for out number 1. They get McPhee by about a step.
Back to the top of the order for the Riversharks with third baseman number 2, Michael Rocket, number 2.
So Camden goes back to the top of their order. Michael Rocket, 1 for 1, had that leadoff single to start the game in the top of the first. And the Rocket brothers have been good this series. Michael and Daniel have been a thorn in the side of the Ducks through 2 games so far. That one hit foul, right side into the stands. Count 0-1. Michael Rocket, 1 for 5 yesterday, and an RBI, struck out 3 times. Curveball from Ian Marshall there, and Rocket goes after it, low in the zone, swings over the top, so the count 0-2, 1 away, no one on for Camden. The 0-2, curveball way outside, Mike Blank slides to his right to block it, no one on. Count 1-2, the Rockets out of Sugar Land, Texas. And Michael spent time last year with the Sugar Land Skeeters. The 1-2. Hit foul behind home plate and into the upper deck. Count will stay 1-2. With Sugar Land last year, Michael spending time at all 3 outfield positions, second base, third base, and shortstop. Talk about a utility player. He swings at the curveball there, bounces in the dirt. Mike Blank will handle it. High throw to Steve McQuail, jumps but comes back down with his right foot on the bag to secure the out. So Michael Rocket now 1 for 2. He strikes out swinging there. 2 away for Ian Marshall, no one on, and Evan Crawford, who struck out swinging in the first. was the first Ian Marshall strikeout.
Crawford, number 52.
Is the batter, made that incredible diving catch in the bottom of the first, gets jammed here and lofts it out to the stands, right side out of play, so the count 0-1. Marshall working ahead of the batters here. Ian's 0-1 into the windup. He kicks and fires. Curveball bounces in the lefty batter's box and will roll to the backstop. Count even at 1-1. Crawford out of St. Louis, Missouri, but lives in Reynoldsburg. Hits this one to the screen behind home plate. Count 1-2. Was drafted by the San Francisco Giants in the 9th round of the 09 June Amateur Draft out of Indiana University at Bloomington, in Bloomington, Indiana. He's played in the Frontier League with the River City Rascals. The 1-2 for Marshall is hit foul, right side. Out of the ballpark, up on top of the roof. Count still 1-2. Evan joined the Long Island Ducks last year around this time, in around August, late season edition. Hits this one high in the air, hanging curveball. Going back is Anthony Vega, settles under it. That one doesn't have enough. And about a step in front of the warning track, Vega squeezes it for the third and final out. So a 1-2-3 frame for Ian Marshall in the top of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the third, and the Long Island Ducks will come up to bat in a scoreless contest.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Ian Marshall, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather. 1039 LI News Radio.
Spring into a new Honda at Huntington Honda and pay $59 a month for a new 2015 Honda Civic LX sedan. $59. So spring into Huntington Honda on Jericho Turnpike just east of Route 110 or HuntingtonHondaCars.com.
Huntington Honda, discover the difference.
Auto 24-month lease, total due at inception. Civic $31.90 includes bank fee, first month's payment, no security deposit. Taxes, DMV, title fees extra with excellent credit through HFS.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to.
Welcome back to Bethpage Ballpark. Bottom of the third inning. From the Duck Pond, the Long Island Ducks coming up to bat. Steve McQuail will be the batter for the Long Island Ducks here. The 8-hitter in Kevin Baez' lineup. And then it'll be Carlos Hughes, the 9-hitter. Wes Torres ready for another inning of work for the Camden Riversharks. No score. 1 hit apiece for both teams so far. The Ducks have yet to go through their full lineup. Cody Puckett with a double in the last inning for the only Long Island hit so far. McQuail hits from the right side. Average at 173 right now, still with the 5 homers and 7 RBIs. He hits this one, first pitch swinging, shallow center. That one might fall, and it will. Right in front of the center fielder, Carlos Guzman, barehands it and flings it back into the infield. It's a bloop single to center on the first pitch for Long Island first baseman Steve McQuail. Carlos Hughes hitting .083 will be the batter for the flock here. No homers, no RBIs. He scored twice, walked twice, no stolen bases. Has been playing at short because of Dan Lyon's shoulder soreness. Switch hitter hitting from the left side against the right-hander, Wes Torres. McQuail short lead off first. Hughes squares. The ball bounces behind home plate, and it's handled by Mike Kearns, the Camden catcher. 1-0 count. Torres comes set at the letters. The 1-0. There's the bunt attempt. It rolls up the left field line. It stays fair. Throw from the catcher, Kearns, is just in time to retire the speedy Hughes for out number 1. That ball just stayed fair and was fired to first just in time to retire the Ducks shortstop. 1 away. McQuail will move up to second. Nice execution by Carlos Hughes. So the sacrifice will come from the catcher, Kearns, and go to the second baseman, Matera. Or pardon me, it looks like there's a defensive change over at first base for the Camden Riversharks. Try to get a beat on what that is. This one is laced to the second baseman, Matera. It's handled and fired to first base, and that first baseman is wearing number 12, and that number not listed on the roster. Actually, it's the catcher, Jose Heel. So Heel comes in for Joel Guzman. Pardon me for all the confusion here. Sudden change by manager Chris Widger. Not exactly sure what's wrong with Joel Guzman. There are 2 outs, so the sacrifice before ends up going 2-3. I thought that was Matera. So 2-3 on the sacrifice for Hughes. Lentini grounds out 4-3 and moves McQuail to third. There's 2 outs, and Torres is facing Delta Cleary Jr. The curveball is on the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. McQuail, few steps off the bag at third. Michael Rocket plays even with the bag there. Cleary Jr. hits this one out into center field over the head of the shortstop, Zach McPhee. He leaps, he won't grab it, and Steve McQuail will reach home easily. It's an RBI single for the Long Island Ducks center fielder, Delta Cleary Jr. The Flock lead it 1-0 in the bottom of the third frame. Nice job by Long Island playing some small ball. You get the leadoff single, get the sacrifice bunt, the ground out to move the runner to third, and then you bring him in with the single. So Delta stays at first base, 1-0 Long Island. For Cleary Jr., his 28th RBI, and for Steve McQuail, his 10th run. First pitch fastball is upstairs and inside to Dan Lyons. Count is 1-0. And this one is roped into center field. Will hang up at will for Carlos Guzman, who ranges in and holds on for the grab to retire the side. However, the Long Island Ducks, they strike first, get on the scoreboard, put up 1 run on 2 hits with no Camden errors, and the Ducks do strand 1. We are through 3 full frames from Bethpage Ballpark, and the Ducks lead it 1-0. The Riversharks will come up to bat when we return.
Hey fans, this is catcher Mike Blank, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather, 1039 LI News Radio.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks.
Time for tonight's 4th inning trivia, where we test your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks and baseball as a whole. We'll give the question to you in a moment. Right now, Ian Marshall facing Patty Matera, the 3-hitter, second baseman for Camden. Here in the top of the 4th, Delta Cleary Jr.'s RBI single to center has the Ducks on top, 1-0 here. First run scored in the bottom of the last inning, bottom of the third. Next pitch is a fastball, called strike on the outside corner. And what happened in the field for Camden was Jose Heel, the backup catcher, well, starting catcher, who was supposed to be getting the day off today, was playing first base for Camden last inning. Originally was Joel Guzman, and Guzman moved to left field for the now injured Evan Crawford, who was dealing with the shoulder injury that he suffered on that great dive and catch in the bottom of the first inning. He stayed in up until the bottom of that last inning as Matera ropes one out over the head of Carlos Hughes. It'll drop for a base hit in left center field. Leadoff hitter is aboard for Camden in the top of the fourth. So that was what all the commotion was about. Crawford did finally come out of the ball game. So his day looks to be done. Joel Guzman, the first baseman, goes to left field, and Jose Heel, the catcher who started both games of the series so far coming into the night, was supposed to get the day off. Well, he's going to play first base now in place of Joel Guzman. So that's all the defensive changes for Camden, who hit here and trail by 1 in the top of the fourth. First pitch to Carlos Guzman is chopped foul behind the batter's box and toward the Ducks dugout. Marshall ahead in the count, 0-1. Run scored by Steve McQuail in that bottom of the third frame. No runs on 2 hits for the Sharks, 1 run on 3 hits for the Flock thus far. The 0-1 is hit on the ground hard to the shortstop Hughes. It's handled, flipped to second for Puckett for 1, on to first. Another double play hit into by Carlos Guzman. He went 4-6-3 in the first, 6-4-3. Double play for him here in the fourth. So Ian Marshall has gotten the best of the cleanup hitter for the Sharks so far. Back-to-back double plays. So Joel Guzman, who has now moved to left, is the batter. And now finally we'll get you to the trivia question. And this might be one of my favorite ones that we've had all season, just because it's so interesting. Who is the only player to get 2 hits for 2 teams in one day? 2 teams, 1 day, 2 hits for both of those teams. Now, this happened in 1982. There's a small hint. And he did it off of 2 Hall of Fame pitchers, which makes it even more incredible. 2 hits, 2 different teams, 1 day, 2 Hall of Fame pitchers that it was done against. We'll give you the answer in the bottom of the inning. Joel Guzman with a 1-1 count against Ian Marshall. In on the hands, fastball right side, first baseman Steve McQuail ranging over to the railing, and it'll go into the stands, and the count is 1-2. One nothing Ducks, 2 away for them here in the top of the fourth. The Sharks with Joel Guzman at the plate, now their left fielder. The 1-2 from Ian Marshall. Curveball bounces in the dirt, way outside. Mike Blank just watches it go away and skips off his glove. So count even at 2-2 with 2 down. Joel Guzman was the last starter in the lineup yesterday for Camden to get a hit. Everyone else in the starting 9 had already gotten aboard with at least a hit, and Guzman was the final player for Chris Widger's starting lineup to do it. Marshall goes with the curveball, and it bounces behind home plate, but Guzman swings right over the top, and it's another K for Ian Marshall. So 3 batters come to the plate in the inning for the Camden Riversharks, and Ian Marshall takes care of business. No runs for Camden on 1 hit, no Long Island errors, and none left aboard. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's 1-0 Ducks, and they will try to pad that lead when we return.
Hey fans, this is Jose Morales, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather, 103.9 LI News Radio.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Upsky Long Island Hotel in Hauppauge. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Upsky Long Island Hotel features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. Best of all, it's only minutes from Bethpage Ballpark. The Upsky Long Island Hotel, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Family fun every time. Beautiful evening for baseball. Big action every time.
He reaches up. It's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season. And with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Well, it's time for the answer to tonight's fourth inning trivia, where we test your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks and baseball as a whole. And the question we asked you this evening: who is the only player to get one hit for two teams in the same day? So we had two hits on the day, but they both came for two different teams. So it wasn't like he hit two hits for two teams. It was just two hits altogether, one for each team. And he did it in 1982, and he did it off of two Hall of Fame pitchers, which makes it that much more incredible, as Cody Puckett takes a first pitch curveball off the outside corner from Wes Torres to lead things off for the Ducks here in the bottom of the fourth. They lead 1-0. Torres is 1-0. Swing and a miss, curveball again, count even at 1-1. So the answer, August 4th, 1982, Joel Youngblood with two hits in two different cities for two different teams, as Puckett rolls one over to the shortstop, Zach McPhee. Throw to first is in time. Squeezed by Jose Hill for out number one. So Joel Youngblood, on August 4th, 1982, was playing for the New York Mets. He struck out in the first inning and then had a two-run single in the third to give the Mets a 3-1 lead on their way to a 7-4 victory, and he did that off of Ferguson Jenkins. So then he's traded to the Montreal Expos, who were playing in Philadelphia. That's where the Expos were playing on the same night, August 4th, 1982. Youngblood gets to Veterans Stadium, and then he comes into that game and gets a hit off of Steve Carlton in the seventh inning, a single, his only plate appearance against another Hall of Fame pitcher in Steve Carlton, and he gets a hit there. Joel Youngblood, two hits in the same day, one for two different teams. Has only been done once, as Sean Burrows hits one out to left field on a 1-1 pitch, and Joel Guzman handles it, holds on for the second out. That is just incredible to me. The fact that he even traveled from Wrigley to go to Veterans Stadium and made it in the same day in time to come out and get a hit. Joel Youngblood, only time ever, only player to go to two different teams in the same day and get a hit. There's your answer to tonight's fourth inning trivia. Two away for Ducks catcher Mike Blank. First pitch from Torres is a fastball, low and away. Out of the zone, count 1-0. Mike flew out to Carlos Guzman in the second inning. Two hits for the Sharks, 3 in a run for the Ducks. Curveball upstairs from Torres. Looked like it slipped out of his hand. Count is 2-0. Anthony Vega, the batter on deck for the Flock. 2-0. Fastball misses just low and away. Mike Kearns try to hold that ball in the zone. Count 3-0. Mike in the driver's seat here. Delivery from Torres, and that bounces in the dirt. So there's a walk, and that is another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quackerjack Foundation wins. First walk for the Ducks in the game. So Mike Blank is aboard at first base. Vega, who struck out swinging in the second, will step in. Ended that second inning with the K.
Anthony Vega, number 27.
Vega playing out in left field for the third straight game since rejoining the Ducks. Long Island with a team batting average of .276. That leads the Atlantic League. Chopped foul up the first baseline by Vega, count 0-1. 66 home runs on the year for Long Island. They have a league high 953 hits. Also a league high in runs, 455. Vega takes a fastball inside there, count 1-1. And a lot of those numbers fueled by their success down the stretch in the first half of play when they won 46 games, 2 10-game winning streaks in the month of June. The 1-1. Hit high in the air, left field, should be playable for Joel Guzman. Ranges back about 2 steps, continues to go. That ball carried. Slight breeze going out toward left field, but he holds on about a step in front of the warning track for the third and final out. So Joel Guzman with 2 grabs in that inning for the Camden Riversharks as Wes Torres works around that base on balls and keeps the game at 1-0. We're through 4 full innings from Bethpage Ballpark. To the top of the 5th inning we go. 1-0 Ducks, and the Sharks will come up to bat.
Hey fans, this is closing pitcher Ryan Cushmall, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic and weather, 103.9 LI News Radio.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicoloc paving stones and walls. Nicoloc's specially formulated paver shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicoloc. Visit the Nicoloc Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicoloc.com.
Let Nicoloc Pavers pave your way.
Enjoy the ultimate VIP fan experience at Bethpage Ballpark this season by taking in a Ducks game from the brand new Trout Town Fan Can. Presented by Roscoe Beer Company, the Fan Can is available for rental at all Ducks home games. It features 12 Dream Seat theater-style padded seats, beverage holders, an air-conditioned atmosphere, and an incredible view of the game. Packages are now available with food and beverage included. To reserve your Fan Can outing today, call the Ducks Group Sales Department at 631-940-3825. The Trout Town Fan Can at Bethpage Ballpark. Your VIP experience has arrived.
Fans, don't forget to stop by the Waddle Inn shop on your next visit to the Duck Pond, where exclusive, hard-to-find Ducks memorabilia is now on sale. Proceeds benefit the Quackerjack Foundation, the charitable arm of the Long Island Ducks. 1-0 in favor of the Flock as we go to the top of the 5th inning. It'll be Daniel Rocket to lead things off for the Camden Riversharks, who are currently in last place in the second half standings of the Liberty Division, but a win here would actually tie them with the Long Island Ducks, who are currently in third, 5.5 games back of the Bridgeport Bluefish, and as of right now, in fact, the Somerset Patriots as well. The Patriots won earlier today. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard in the bottom of the inning. The 1-0 from Marshall is a curveball on the outside corner, a called strike, and Rocket actually squared to bunt, but pulled the bat back at the last moment. Count even 1-1. No one out. No one on. Burrows plays about a step behind the bag at third. That fastball tails inside. Rocket almost stepped into it. Had to back out of the way at the very last second there. Close play. Count 2-1. And the clouds have started to break up here. See some blue sky as the sun goes down toward the left field side of the ballpark. The 2-1, swing and a miss. Fastball with some giddy up on it at the end, and Rocket screws himself into the ground on that swing. Count even at 2-2. Rocket 0 for 1 on the day, the 2-2. Curveball just misses off the outside edge. This is Daniel Rocket. Flew out to Delta Cleary Jr. in the second, his brother hitting leadoff. 3-2 from Marshall. Fastball, chopped foul off of his ankle. Rocket has played out in right field through both games so far, as Michael Rocket, his brother, has also played every game over at third. Ducks pitching in the last 5 games, 49 strikeouts in 45 innings. Marshall's curveball hit out into right field. Phelan Lentini ranging back about 2 steps in front of the warning track is caught. Finishes out the jog right in front of the wall. Rocket gave it a ride, but
Riversharks.
Not far enough
34,
here at Bethpage Ballpark.
Kearns.
There's one away.
Number 34.
Mike Kearns, the catcher for the Camden Riversharks, was hit by a pitch in the second inning. He will step in, hitting from the right side. First pitch for Ian Marshall is a fastball right down the middle of the plate. Count 0-1. It'll be Kearns, Frayne, and McPhee in the top if it gets that far. Marshall's 0-1. Fastball. Hit slowly to the shortstop, Carlos Hughes. Plenty of time. Strong throw to first. Beats Kearns by 2 steps, and there's 2 away. Eric Frayne, the designated hitter for the Riversharks, will step in.
Hitter, number 11, Eric Frayne. Number 11.
Frayne had one of the 2 hits against Rich Hill on Sunday evening in the middle of Hill's 14 strikeouts. Rich signed by the Boston Red Sox organization yesterday before the game started. Fresh off his historic performance. Reported to AAA Pawtucket. Frayne had a single to right center field in that game. The other one, an infield single from Michael Rocket. Curveball from Marshall here is on the outside corner. Count even at 1-1. Frayne 1 for 3 with a walk, 2 strikeouts, and a run scored last night. 22 years old. The 1-1. Fastball inside corner. Marshall paints the black, and the count is 1-2. Frayne came into the series 4 for 7, or rather into this game, I should say, 4 for 7 with an RBI and 2 runs. Checks his swing on the curveball from Ian Marshall there, holds up. Fred DeJesus doesn't even check with first base umpire Tom Gandolfo. You can tell that Frayne did not go around. So 2s across the board, 2-2 count with 2 away. No one on for the Sharks. Again, it's a 1-0 Ducks lead here in the top of the 5th. The 2-2. Fastball, swing and a miss. Marshall goes down and in the zone and makes Frayne swing and miss. Another K for Ian Marshall, and a 1-2-3 inning for the Long Island right-hander. 3 come up, 3 go down for Camden. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's the Long Island Ducks 1 and the Camden Riversharks 0.
Hey fans, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather. 103.9 LI News Radio.
Thinking about buying or refinancing a home? Start by attending a free MCU home buying seminar. Then speak with one of our loan specialists who will guide you through the loan process. With an affordable mortgage from Municipal Credit Union, Home Sweet Home will be a little sweeter. Call 212-238-3521 or visit nymcu.org to apply for your mortgage today. Municipal Credit Union. Strong, trusted, growing. Municipal Credit Union is an equal housing opportunity lender.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the Hebrew National Picnic Area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls Party Deck, the Trout Town Fan Can, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
To the bottom of the 5th inning we go at Bethpage Ballpark. Chris Buckley here with you, bringing you all the play-by-play action. Thanks so much for joining us on your Tuesday evening. The Long Island Ducks playing Game 3 of 4 with the Camden Riversharks here at what has become a pretty calm night here in Central Islip. The clouds continue to dissipate as the sun goes down. First pitch fastball to Steve McQuail from West Torres is off the outside corner for a ball. Count is 1-0. Steve McQuail with a bloop single and a run scored in the 3rd. The 1-0 from Torres. Fastball on the outside corner that time. Count even at 1-1. We'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. The Somerset Patriots played earlier today against the Sugarland Skeeters as McQuail swings through the curveball from Torres, brings the count to 1-2, and the Pats defeated the Skeeters 8-5 at TD Bank Ballpark. That game was at about 11 o'clock this morning. Did take 3 hours, but an early game there. The 1-2 curveball on the outside corner, and McQuail watches it go by for strike 3, 1 away for Torres and the Camden Riversharks in the bottom of the 5th. So likely the camp day at TD Bank Ballpark. So a 3-run victory for the Pats. So as of right now, that pulls them even, as I mentioned earlier, with the Bridgeport Bluefish in the second half standings. The Pats began the day just a half game back. So they are now 19-12 to Bridgeport's 18-11. But the Bluefish right now trailing the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 5-4, top of the 4th inning at Regency Furniture Stadium. Crabs with the 1-run lead, and that is the first game of back-to-back 7-inning games, a double-header, because the rain that the region got last night forced the cancellation of Monday night's contest in Southern Maryland, so the two teams playing 2 7-inning games there. Carlos Hughes, the Ducks shortstop, swings through a fastball there, and the count is now 2-1. Again, there's 1 away. Ducks lead at 1-0, bottom 5. At Santander Stadium in York, the Revolution trail the Lancaster Barnstormers 1-0. And then following the completion of Southern Maryland and Bridgeport's first 7-inning game, again, it's top of the 4th at Regency Furniture Stadium. Then they will play their second 7-inning game, probably about 20 minutes to a half an hour following the completion of game number 1. And the final game is, of course, here in Central Islip. Hughes has the count even at 2-2, took a fastball for a strike there. Torres has battled back in the count. The 2-2 from the right-hander. Fastball, low and in. Taken for a ball by Hughes, who wears number 6. MLB, the New York Yankees trail the Cleveland Indians, bottom of the 2nd in Cleveland. 3-2. Is hit up the middle and through for a base hit. Carlos Hughes with the single up the middle into center field. Nice piece of hitting there. Stayed with that off-speed pitch and pounced on it for a single. So it's a 1-out knock for the Ducks shortstop and 9-hitter. He's aboard at first base with some speed. Top of the order we go. Phelan Lentini, 0 for 2. Had 3 hits last night, including a double, an RBI, and a run scored as well. But hitless through his first 2 at-bats here tonight. So 1-0 Indians over the Yankees, and scoreless bottom of the 2nd in Flushing as well. The New York Mets getting their 60th win of the season last night over the Rockies. No score at Citi Field. Matt Harvey on the mound for the Mets in that contest. Torres throws over to first base, and Jose Heel holds on as Hughes slides head first back into the bag. Torres set at the letters, the 1-0. Fastball gets away from the catcher, Mike Kearns, and a roll to the backstop. Hughes will easily go to second base. We'll see what that's ruled. I think it's going to be a pass ball. Kearns basically had that baseball in his glove already. And it is a pass ball. Definitely could have been caught. So Hughes moves up. It is a ball. Count 2-0. Carlos in scoring position at second base as well for the Ducks leadoff hitter in Lentini, who's ahead in the count 2-0. Hughes with speed. 2 steps off the bag at second, maybe 2.5. Matera shades toward the bag, now goes back to his position. Lentini rips it to left field. Joel Guzman will charge it and field it. Here comes the throw as Hughes rounds the bag. The throw comes in, the tag, and he is out. Home plate umpire Fred DeJesus says that the catcher Mike Kearns applied the tag on Carlos Hughes' back, and Joel Guzman guns out the Ducks shortstop who tried to stretch and score from second base. There are 2 outs, and Lentini did move up to second. So Hughes did end up getting the third. Kevin Baez talking the play over with Fred DeJesus. Will now go back toward third base. So the score will stay 1-0 in favor of Long Island. Delta Cleary Jr. will be the batter for the Ducks. Lentini moved up to second. I would think that that's a single and then moved to second on the throw. So it is a base hit for Lentini, his first hit of the game. That ball bounces away. Lentini's going to try to go from second to third, and he gets there safely. Likely going to be a wild pitch charged to Wes Torres there. So a pass ball for Mike Kearns. Now it looks like it's going to be a wild pitch on Wes Torres. The first time Long Island moved a runner up on one of those two things, it didn't work out in their favor, as you just heard. Joel Guzman with the high throw that made it just in time to home plate. Fastball low and away from Torres, and the count is 2-0 on Cleary Jr., who had the RBI single 2 innings ago in the third for the lone Long Island run and run of the game in general so far. The 2-0 from Torres, who works from the windup, curveball low and in, and Delta on 2-0 goes after it to bring the count to 2-1. So Hughes is officially retired 7-2. Lentini singles, moves to second on the throw, and now to third on the wild pitch. That pitch goes up and in for a ball. Count 3-1. Ducks DH Dan Lyons on deck. 3-1 from Torres. Fastball up and away. Fans, that is another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quackerjack Foundation wins. Number 12 will come up to the plate for Long Island. Cleary Jr. is aboard at first. So runners on the corners. Lentini at third. Delta is at first. Lyons is 0 for 2. Lined out to Carlos Guzman, the Camden center fielder, in his last at-bat. 5 hits on the day now for Long Island. Just 2 for Camden as we are in the bottom of the 5th, and Long Island leads at 1-0. Force at second for the Sharks. They need just 1 out. Lyons, it's a high fly ball. Behind home plate, the catcher, Mike Kearns, ranges under it, now loses it, and he bobbles the ball and drops it. Kearns looked like he had a good beat on it. The ball pulled him back toward fair territory, and as he reached out for the ball, it went off the heel of his glove and fell to the grass. So it's just a really high strike for Dan Lyons. Oh and 1 count. Runner still at first and third. Delta with the lead off of first, about 2 steps. Fastball just misses off the outside corner from Torres. Count even at 1-1. Lentini with speed off of third. The 1-1. There goes Delta Cleary Jr. It's hit hard in the air out to center field, but should be playable for Carlos Guzman. And there is the grab to retire the side. So Long Island nearly scores. Lyons lines out the center fielder to end the inning for a second straight at-bat. No runs on 2 hits in the inning for the Ducks. No Camden errors. And 2 runners left aboard. Joel Guzman throws out Carlos Hughes for the big play of the frame to keep it a 1-0 ball game. We are through 5. The Ducks lead it by 1. We go to the top of the 6th, and Camden will come up with their offense when we return.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Patrick Kreider, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather, 1039 LI News Radio.
The results are in. PSEG Long Island is delivering 99.9% reliability. We got there by strengthening equipment and clearing trees along power lines across our area. And our new outage management system will continue to ensure improved communications and faster restoration. 99.9% reliable. It's one more way we're serving you better. Discover how we're improving every day to bring you better service at www.psegliny.com/reliability.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Follow all season long as the Long Island Ducks try and meet the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 home runs, Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. Chappie's Funeral Homes, where caring for others is our family tradition. First pitch from Ian Marshall of the inning is a called strike. The batter is the shortstop, Zach McPhee. The 0-1. Curveball misses low and away, and the count is 1-1. McPhee so far 0 for 1, grounded out to Carlos Hughes at short in his first at bat. The 1-1 from Ian is a check swing, and the fastball misses low and away anyway. He held up, 2-1 count. Next pitch hit high in the air, left side of the infield. Sean Burrows, about a step in fair territory, behind the third base bag, will reach up and hold on for out number 1. Easy play for Sean Burrows. McPhee now 0 for 2. Back to the top of the order, Michael Rocket, the Camden third baseman. 1 for 2 on the day will be the batter. He singled to lead off this ball game, reached second base, but went no further in that opening frame. Ducks lead at 1-0. Top of the 6th inning, no runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Camden Riversharks. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors for the Long Island Ducks. Marshall's first pitch fastball is chopped to Carlos Hughes at short. Rocket with speed trying to leg it out. The long throw is just in time. They get Michael Rocket by a half a step for the second out. Nice job by Hughes. He waited the extra second. It was going to be a close play, but with the strong throw, was able to retire Rocket. So the batter will be Jose Heel, who replaces Evan Crawford. Was removed from the game back in the 3rd inning because of that shoulder injury that he suffered diving to rob Delta Cleary Jr. of extra bases in the bottom of the first frame. So he goes to the 2-hole here, Heel wearing number 12. And playing first base. This one hit to the screen behind home. First pitch strike again for Ian Marshall, 0-1 count. Camden Riversharks in their last 10 games hitting .227 as a team, yet during that stretch the best record among all Atlantic League teams, 7-3. Heel swings through the fastball, up and in the zone for strike 2, 0-2. Heel with 5 homers on the year, 18 RBIs, hitting .236. The 0-2 from Marshall. Curveball on the inside corner for a called strike 3. Great looking pitch from Ian Marshall, and it's another K. And he retires the side in order for a 4th straight inning, excuse me. We go to the bottom of the 6th, and the Long Island Ducks continue to lead the Camden Riversharks by 1. 1-0 is our score, and the flock will come up with the sticks when we come back.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Eric Kamatsu, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather, 103.9 LI News Radio.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on Bark in the Park Night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Fans, we do want to remind you that there are 3 ways to get your Ducks tickets to any Ducks home game. You can come and visit the Bethpage Ballpark box office. Come say hi to Benny or Brad. They'll help you out, any of the guys over in the box office. You can go online at liducks.com or via the Ducks mobile app, or you can call over the phone, 631-940-TIXX, 631-940-8499 to get your tickets as the season continues to roll on here for the Long Island Ducks. We'll complete this game as Torres deals a first pitch strike on the outside corner to Cody Puckett. A 1 count. We'll finish this series tomorrow night as Puckett swings through the off-speed pitch there, 0-2. And then the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs will come to town. The 0-2 from Torres. Curveball low and away, but Puckett holds up the swing. Thought about it. Count 1-2. 4 games with Camden. This is game 3, and then 4 games with the Crabs before a 4-game set in Somerset. Puckett hits a high fly ball, left center field gap. Carlos Guzman ranges under it, reaches out and makes the grab for the first out. So 1 away for the third baseman, Sean Burrows. Now 1 for 3 on the day. Burrows is 0 for 2. And both Guzmans are now playing next to each other. Just realized that. Out in the outfield in center and left field. Joel in left and Carlos in center. And then you have a Rocket in right and a Rocket at third. So positions 5, 7, 8, and 9 comprised of just 2 last names. Burrows takes a first pitch fastball off the outside corner for a ball, count 1-0. Mike Blank on deck, the 1-0 from Torres. Curveball misses off the outside edge again, 2-0. Tomorrow in the finale for Long Island will be the southpaw Darren Downs going up against the right-hander Sean Gleason. Burrows with a big cut on the pitch low and in for a strike, 2-1 count. Despite the fact they've lost both games of the series so far, the Ducks still lead the season series 7-3. Burrows watches the fastball go by up and outside. Count is 3-1. Ducks have outscored Camden 65-27, or 66-27 now, counting the 1 run today. Overall this season, as that curveball goes up and into Burrows, he watches it go by. So it's another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quacker Jack Foundation wins. Burrows with the 1-out walk. He's at first base. Mike Blank will step in. He walked as well in his previous plate appearance in the 4th inning. He's 0 for 1, also popped out to Carlos Guzman in center. 1-0 Ducks, bottom of the 6th. 5 hits on the evening for the Flock. Torres comes set at the belt. First pitch fastball misses low and away. Count 1-0. Burrows jumps off of first. Blank gets jammed in on his hands, and it goes behind home plate over the screen, out of play. Count is 1-1 with 1 out. Blank has caught every game of the series so far. The 1-1 from Torres. Comes set, kicks and fires. Fastball misses up and out. Count goes to 2-1 in favor of Mike Blank. Went 2 for 16 in the last series that Long Island played down in the Lone Star State against the Skeeters. Had a home run, scored 2 runs, walked once. The 2-1. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike, 2-2. Nice pitch from Torres in the 2-1 count. Sean Burrows with 2 stolen bases on the season, both with the Bluefish. He stands at first. Not a big lead. Held on by Jose Heel. The 2-2 from Torres is hit to the left side. It'll go foul by maybe a 1.5 feet. Backhanded by Michael Rocket. Tosses it into the bench. Count will stay right where it was at 2-2. Ducks currently 5-4 in the month of August. Month by month, they went 4-3 in April, 15-14 in May, then had their incredible June, 23-6 there, 2 games under 500 in July, 12-14. Really stumbled out of the gate in the second half of play, and slightly rebounded over the last week or so. Took 3 of 4 against Sugar Land on the road, but have lost 2 straight to the last place Riversharks so far. The 2-2 is hit right back up the middle. It's snagged by the pitcher Torres. High throw, pulls the runner or the fielder off the bag at second, but McPhee got his foot on the bag. That call might be contested. Kevin Bai is going to go over and have a talk. The throw was in time at first to get Mike Blank. So it is a 1-6-3 double play. Very close at second base, but Burrows was retired there, so that'll do it for the Ducks in the bottom of the 6th. Wes Torres just got enough of his glove on it to hold on, and we are through 6 full innings. We go to the top of the 7th. The Long Island Ducks lead it 1-0 over the Camden Riversharks. The Sharks will come up to bat.
Hey fans, this is Blake Davis, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball, Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather. 103.9 LI News Radio.
Spring into a new Honda at Huntington Honda and pay $59 a month for a new 2015 Honda Civic LX sedan. $59. So spring into Huntington Honda on Jericho Turnpike just east of Route 110 or HuntingtonHondaCars.com.
Huntington Honda, discover the difference.
Auto 24-month lease, total due at inception. Civic $31.90 includes bank fee, first month's payment, no security deposit. Taxes, DMV, title fees extra with excellent credit through HFS.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Chill out with a cold cup of Hampton Coffee Company Gourmet Iced Coffee. Available at the concession stands at Bethpage Ballpark. Hampton Coffee is the preferred coffee of the Long Island Ducks. Visit HamptonCoffeeCompany.com or visit their cafes in the Hamptons. We'll pause 5 seconds for station identification. Welcome back to Bethpage Ballpark. Sean Burrows fires a ground ball that was hit by Patty Matera over to Steve McQuail at first base for 1 out. In the top of the 7th inning, Long Island Ducks lead the Camden Riversharks 1-0 here. The batter will be Carlos Guzman, number 3, the Camden center fielder. So Matera goes down 5-3. Guzman has hit into 2 double plays. Well, he can't do that here. No one on. 1 away. First pitch fastball from Marshall is off the outside corner, 1-0. Next pitch is over the inside part of the plate. Count even at 1-1. Guzman still hitting .280 on the year. Next pitch in on his hands. Burrows dives and it goes past Hughes as well. Into left field. That's a base hit for Carlos Guzman. And the Camden Riversharks have a runner aboard with 1 away in the top of the 7th.
Number 27, Joe Guzman. Number 27.
So Carlos now 1 for 3. Brings up Joel. The other Guzman, no relation, unlike the Rocket brothers. Joel is 0 for 2, but undoubtedly his biggest impact on the game so far, throwing out Carlos Hughes in the 5th inning to save a run. Keep it a 1-0 game in favor of Long Island. This one is hit behind home plate, ricochets off the concrete barrier between the lower bowl and suite level. Marshall ahead 0-1. Next pitch hit foul. Behind home plate, up on top of the roof. Ahead in the count now 0-2. Ian set at the belt. Checks on Carlos Guzman at first. The curveball check swing goes off of Joel Guzman's bat and will roll to the Ducks dugout. It's a dead ball, and the count will stay 0-2. No runs on 3 hits and 1 error for the Camden Riversharks. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors for the Flock. That's all they've gotten so far, but they do have the lead. The 0-2. Fastball misses away. Great 2-strike pitch from Ian Marshall. Count will go to 1-2. Marshall has looked very sharp, and again, we told you earlier that his longest outing of the season came against the Camden Riversharks. He went 8 innings, pitches in the 7th frame here. The 1-2 is roped to the left field side and threw for a base hit. That's a hanging curveball that Joel Guzman takes advantage of. So both Guzmans go back-to-back with singles to left field with 1 out to bring up Daniel Rocket.
Daniel Rocket, no one.
Threatening here. This is their 4th hit. Marty Jansen, the Ducks pitching coach, come out and have a check. Marshall really has looked good. Just hung a curveball there. Even Carlos Guzman's single was off the end of his bat, just managed to squeak through the infield into left. The Riversharks have not hit Ian very hard in this game. Marty Dunn having a quick talk with his starter, so he'll go back to the dugout. That is an official mound visit. Have to think there's someone warming up in the Ducks bullpen. Of course, the way that Bethpage Ballpark is structured, we can't tell you exactly who it is. It's hidden from our view down the right field line. So 1 out, top of the 7th, 1-0 Long Island. Camden in business here, however. Runners at first and second. It's the Guzmans. Marshall checks on Carlos at second. Hughes ranges in. Here's the pitch. Fastball way up and inside. Almost hits Daniel Rocket in the chest. He actually turned into it. Got out of the way at the last second. Scary pitch there. Count 1-0. Rocket 0 for 2. Flew out to Cleary Jr. in center and then Lantini in right. Marshall at the ready. Kicks and fires a 1-0. Curveball misses low and away. 2-0. Ian Marshall's last start came on August 5th, and he suffered the loss. 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs. They were all earned, 3 walks and 5 Ks. That was against the Skeeters down in Texas. 104 pitches, 66 strikes, and he's behind 3-0 to Daniel Rocket after that fastball misses off the outside corner. Rocket hits from the right side of the plate. Mike Blank flashes the signs. The 3-0. Fastball inside, ball 4. Daniel Rocket gets 4 straight balls from Ian Marshall, and he is aboard at first base. Bases are loaded for catcher Mike Kearns. So Ian definitely in his toughest situation of the night so far. The Riversharks with a chance with a base hit here. They can go ahead 2-1. Marshall trying to hold on to this 1-0 advantage for the Flock in the top of the 7th. Fastball low in the zone, ball 1. Ian's pitch count continues to grow. In that last start against Camden, again, that was back on June 6th, he faced 29 batters. Went 8 innings into that contest. He's got 6 under his belt here. Trying to work, well, he has actually a 6 1/3, trying to work his way through this 7th frame. He comes set, works from the stretch. The 1-0 is hit in the air left field side. Anthony Vega will have time. He fields it cleanly, trying to tag and score is Guzman. Here comes the throw. He will slide in safely, and this game is tied at 1. It is out number 2. Mike Kearns will have the sacrifice fly and RBI to his name. The throw from Anthony Vega was short by a few feet. Carlos Guzman tags and scores from third. Joel Guzman stays at second, and Daniel Rocket stays at first. For Carlos Guzman, his 36th run scored of the season. So there's 2 outs, runners at first and second. Eric Frayne is the batter, 0 for 2 on the night. First pitch from Marshall. Hit hard on the ground right side, but handled by Steve McQuail. Goes right up into his glove. He'll step on the bag himself and retire the side. So Frayne goes down 3 unassisted. However, 1 run in the inning on 2 hits. The sacrifice fly to left field and an RBI for Camden catcher Mike Kearns ties this game at 1 run apiece. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. 1-1, Long Island will come up to bat when we come back.
Hey fans, this is Kevin Byers, manager of the Long Island Ducks, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather, 1039 LI News Radio.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Upsky Long Island Hotel in Hauppauge. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Upsky Long Island Hotel features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. Best of all, it's only minutes from Bethpage Ballpark. The Upsky Long Island Hotel, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Welcome back to Bethpage Ballpark. The Long Island Ducks are tied at 1 with the Camden Riversharks. It's a Liberty Division matchup between these two clubs. Long Island fighting to try and stay in the second half race in the Liberty Division, and Camden at the same time trying to catch the Long Island Ducks. The Ducks right now on the year, 4 games under 500 in the second half, that is, 13-17. Looking for win number 60 overall, however, in the entire season, including the first half, 59-41. Wes Torres will begin his 7th inning of work. Finally gets a run to tie the game in the top of this inning on a sacrifice fly and RBI from his battery mate, Mike Kearns. Lofted a fly ball out to Anthony Vega in left field, who is the batter right now at the plate for Long Island. 2-0 is the count. Torres into the windup, kicks and deals. The fastball upstairs is too high, 3-0. Vega's 0 for 2, struck out swinging in the second, popped out to left in the fourth. The 3-0. Fastball is low and in. That's another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quackerjack Foundation wins. So Vega is the go-ahead run. He works the base on balls, and he is at first. Steve McQuail struck out looking in his last at-bat in the 5th, but in his previous at-bat, singled and scored in the 3rd. So he's 1 for 2. He accounts for that lone Long Island run of the contest so far. Has the average at 182. First pitch, fastball up below the chin. Count 1-0. Steve 1 for 4 last night. His only hit of the series, he was 1 for 11 in Sugarland. Curveball from Torres, hits the inside corner. Count is 1-1. Carlos Hughes on deck. Torres set, now he'll throw over. Close play, and Vega gets back just in time. He actually slipped at first, but the throw was high from Torres. Heel had to go up and get it before he could slam the tag down, so Vega got in by a half a second. Very close play for Long Island. That's a very precious runner over at first. Throws over again. Torres keeping an eye on Vega at this point. Thought maybe he could catch him sleeping 2 throws in a row. 4,238 fans here at the ballpark tonight. The 1-1. Curveball misses away. Count 2-1. McQuail hits from the right side. Be a 2-1 from the righty, number 20, Torres. Fastball up and away, 3-1 count. Torres now in danger of walking back-to-back batters. Bottom of the 7th, 1-1 ball game. The 3-1. There goes Vega. The pitch is a strike. High throw. It sails into center field. Vega will turn second and go to third after sliding, and he will get there safely. So that's an E2 after the stolen base for Vega, his 8th of the season. It's a full count for Steve McQuail, and the go-ahead run is 90 feet away for Long Island. Kearns' throw just way too high. Patty Matera, the second baseman, tried to get up and climb the ladder and hold on, but was not able to do so. That fastball hit to the screen. Behind home plate, count will stay full. Again, there's no one out here. So you got to give credit to Anthony Vega for working that walk, and then Kevin Baez sending him on the 3-1 pitch. Torres will work from the windup, the 3-2. Curveball hit high in the air, left center field, but pretty deep. Carlos Guzman ranges back in the gap. Anthony Vega will score easily. And the Long Island Ducks, after Steve McQuail's sacrifice fly to center field, he will get the RBI. It is his 8th of the year, have taken a 2-1 lead in the bottom of the 7th inning. Small ball once again. The Ducks get the job done. That's how they've scored both of their runs, 2-1. Carlos Hughes, their 9-hitter, will be the batter. So a sacrifice fly in the top of the 7th for Camden ties it, and another one here in the bottom gives Long Island their lead back. First pitch curveball to Hughes is off the outside corner. Count 1-0. Next pitch, a strike from Wes Torres, who really has not pitched poorly at all. 1-1. Fastball on the outside corner. Count is 1-2. Next pitch. Curveball low and in the dirt. Hughes swings over it. In the dirt, it's handled, however, by Kearns. The throw to Jose Gil at first is in time for the second out. So Hughes goes down swinging. Phelan Lentini will step in.
Right fielder, number 22, Phelan Lentini, number 22.
Two away for the Ducks' leadoff hitter. The Ducks have scored this run without a hit. A walk, a stolen base, an error, and a sacrifice fly. First pitch from Torres. Curveball. Lentini turns away from it, and it comes in for a ball. Count 1-0. Phelan rejoined the Ducks a couple weeks ago. His second go-around. He hammers this one to left field, but it might hang up for Joel Guzman. He runs in and holds on to that low-dipping liner for the final out of the inning. However, the Long Island Ducks retake their one-run lead on a walk, a stolen base, a Camden error, and then a sacrifice fly from their first baseman, Steve McQuail. They don't strand anyone, and we go to the top of the 8th inning through 7 full frames at the Duck Pond. It's the Ducks 2 and the Riversharks 1. Camden will bat when we come back.
Hey fans, this is first baseman John Griffin, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather. 1039 LI News Radio.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks.
Hey Ducks fans, do you want frequent updates on team transactions, scores, store specials, and the status of upcoming games? Then follow the Long Island Ducks on Twitter at twitter.com/LIDucks. With Twitter, the faithful flock will also be able to follow their Ducks and find out more information regarding nightly promotions, player signings, league activities, and more. The Ducks are tweeting right now, and you can follow along at twitter.com/LIDucks. Top of the 8th inning, Ian Marshall's day is finished. The new pitcher for the Long Island Ducks is number 24, Nick Struck. Struck, 6 feet tall, 205 pounds, out of Damascus, Oregon. Will be 26 years old in October. Get you his numbers on the season. Again, it's 2-1 Long Island, top of the 8th. 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors for the Ducks. 1 run on 4 hits with 2 errors for the Camden Riversharks. It's the 9-hitter for the Sharks here. Their shortstop, Zach McPhee. Steve McQuail's sacrifice fly and RBI put the Ducks back on top in the bottom of the 7th. Scored Anthony Vega. Count is 1-0. First pitch from Struck is up and tight. The 1-0 from the righty is a tailing fastball that misses off the outside corner to the lefty hitting McPhee, who is 0 for 2, grounded out to short and popped out to Sean Burrows at third. Struck works from the stretch to 2-0. Fastball up and away, 3-0 count. On the year, Nick is 3-3 with an ERA of exactly 3. His 36th appearance here, 33 innings, the 3-0. Fastball on the outside corner, count 3-1, tons of threes. 29 hits, 11 runs, all of them earned in the 33 innings, 13 walks, 36 strikeouts, batters hitting .234 against him. That 3-1 fastball hits the outside corner, nice pitch. Full count. Struck trying to work back. The 3-2 offering. Comes home with it, fastball low and in, he misses. So Struck walks the first batter he faces in McPhee. First time the shortstop has reached base tonight. Michael Rocket, the Camden third baseman, will be the batter.
Michael Rocket, number 2.
So Ian Marshall's day, as we said, is done. So 7 innings, his final line, 4 hits, 1 run, it was earned, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. He hit 1 batter, 97 pitches, and 58 strikes. So good to see Ian going deep into a ball game. Has not been easy for him throughout the season, but a strong outing here at Bethpage Ballpark tonight. First pitch is bunted in the air behind home plate and over the screen. Rocket can't get the bunt down. Very important runner for both teams, standing at first base in the form of Zach McPhee. So the count 0-1, no one out. Rocket is 1 for 3, singled, struck out, and grounded out to Carlos Hughes at short. Struck checks on the runner at first, held on by McQuail. He squares again. The 0-1 is bunted on top of home plate, and then it deflects off the bat. Another strike, 0-2. So Michael Rocket unable to get the job done and drop the sacrifice bunt. Struck would love a ground ball here after walking McPhee and getting 2 strikes on bunt attempts from Rocket. Comes set at the belt. The 0-2 is hit hard and foul. Right side, narrowly misses some fans on the right side. Everyone looks okay. That was a screaming line drive. Michael Rocket could not have been any later on that ball. Another pickoff attempt. Next pitch is up and in on the 0-2. The fastball tails toward Michael Rocket. It's from the right side for a ball. Count 1-2. No one out. Rocket just trying to move the runner to second, get him in scoring position. Now time called by catcher Mike Blank, as motioned by home plate umpire Fred DeJesus. Struck has the sign, the 1-2. There goes the runner. The right field hit is through and clean to Phelan Lantini. Here comes the throw as the runner tries to go to third. The throw is in time. Zach McPhee tried to go from first to third after the base hit to right field from Michael Rocket. What a throw from Phelan Lantini. Keeps the runner off of third. The lead still 2-1 for the Long Island Ducks, and there's one away.
Jose Heel, number 12.
Jose Heel, who replaced Evan Crawford in the 2-hole, struck out looking in his first at-bat. Now it looks like Kevin Baez is going to come out. Walks up to the mound. Not sure if he's taking him out of the game or not. Might just be having a talk with Nick Struck. And he is going to go to the bullpen. Takes the ball from Nick Struck. Interesting move. He walked Zach McPhee, allowed the single to Rocket, but Phelan Lantini picked him up. Runner is at first in the form of Rocket after McPhee reached second and then was thrown out, so 9-5 on the throw from Lantini. And the new pitcher will be Donnie Veal. Will step out and give you Donnie's numbers when we return.
Hey fans, this is Marty Jansen, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather. 1039 LI News Radio.
North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at www.nslij.com.
The results are in. Thousands of PSEG Long Island customers participated in our energy efficiency programs, saving nearly $35 million. Being energy efficient helps our environment, too. Together, we've eliminated 21,000 cars worth of emissions in 2014. Thank you, Long Island. We're all making a difference. Discover how we're improving every day to bring you better service at www.psegliny.com/efficiency.
Donnie Veal comes in to replace Nick Struck here in the top of the 8th inning. Camden Riversharks trail your Long Island Ducks 2-1 right now. Veal, the former big leaguer who pitched with the Atlanta Braves earlier this year, warming up right now. Get you Donnie's numbers on the ear. Comes in at 1-0 with a 1.64 ERA, making his 12th appearance as a Long Island Duck. He's pitched 11 innings, 8 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned, 5 walks, 15 strikeouts, and batters hitting .211 against the Southpaw out of Gilbert, Arizona. 6'4", 235-pound flamethrower. Wears number 17. Comes in with a runner on first base that is the responsibility of Nick Struck. Philot Lentini threw out Zach McPhee, trying to stretch a Michael Rocket single to right field to third base. McPhee was standing at first and tried to go to third, was gunned down by Lentini. So there's one away. Rocket with speed standing at first. First pitch from Veal, swing and a miss. Jose Heel, the first baseman tonight for the Camden Riversharks, swings through the fastball, and the count is 0-1. Again, Heel struck out looking in his first at-bat after replacing Evan Crawford. Ducks trying to roll a pair at second. Hughes and Puckett ready. Veal set at the belt. The 0-1. Fastball. Hit in the air, right side, foul territory, drifting into the stands, out of play. Count 0-2. McPhee had walked, and Michael Rocket just threw the bat head out through the zone against Nick Struck and dropped a single into right field that Lentini fielded and fired on a fly to third to retire the Camden shortstop. Rocket held up at first. So that's where we are right now. 2-1 Ducks, 5 hits for each team, 2 errors for Camden, none for Long Island. Time is called by Heel. Banner will step out. Top of the 8th inning at Bethpage Ballpark. Wind has calmed down considerably, as has the weather. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Fastball way outside, and Jose Heel swings at it anyway, and there's 2 away.
It's section 206 tonight.
Donnie Veal's 16th strikeout in 11 1/3 innings now as a Long Island Duck.
Patty Matera, number 10.
3-hitter Patty Matera, 1 for 2 on the night, is the batter for the Sharks. Donnie Veal, last pitched on August 10th. Took a no decision. Pitched last night. Allowed 1 hit, but other than that, was just fine. Fastball low and away for a ball, count 1-0. Rocket leads off of first with 3 stolen bases on the season. Just 4 more outs for the Riversharks. They trail by 1. This has been a tight series. 2 one-run losses for the Ducks through the first 2 games, and now leading by 1 late in the game. Veal throws over and keeps Rocket close. Veal set. The 1-0, and he's picked off. Rocket is picked off. McQuail bobbles the ball and gets to second. Donnie Veal had Michael Rocket picked off by a mile. Steve McQuail just unable to hold on to the baseball. So Rocket will move up to second base. He's now in scoring position. Count is 1-0 to Patty Matera. Has 3 home runs on the year. Veal comes set. Checks on the runner. The 1-0 is a fastball on the inside corner. A called strike. Even at 1-1. There's a stolen base for Michael Rocket. His 4th of the year, the 1-1. Check swing, off-speed pitch, misses low and away. Count 2-1. So as that play unfolded, you would think that might be an error on Steve McQuail, but it is not. Rocket moves up from first to second. Base hit could tie the game for Camden. Donnie Veal trying to make sure that does not happen. The 2-1. Hit high in the air, fastball right side, drifting, and once again into the stands. 2s across the board, 2-2 count, 2 outs. Veal a strike away from ending the top of the 8th. Matera's hit came in the 4th. It was a single. He was retired as part of a 6-4-3 double play from the man on deck, Carlos Guzman. Veal ready. Checks on Rocket, the 2-2. Curveball bounces in the dirt. Mike Blank blocks the baseball as it bounces in the dirt to make sure it does not bounce away from him. So the count will go full. Rocket will not be in motion automatically with no one on first. 2 away. Big pitch for both of these teams. Could end the inning or bring up the Camden cleanup hitter. Veal ready. Checks on the runner, the 3-2. Fastball in on the hands, hit in the air, center field, playable for Delta Cleary Jr. In the gap, reaches up, and holds on, squeezes the ball for the 3rd and final out of the top of the 8th. So Camden gets the tying run into scoring position, but Patty Matera unable to bring him in. No runs on 1 hit, no Long Island errors, and 1 runner is stranded. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Long Island Ducks 2 and the Camden Riversharks 1. The Ducks will come up to bat when we come back.
Hey fans, this is right-handed pitcher Frank DiGiulio, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather, 1039 LI News Radio.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicoloc paving stones and walls. Nicoloc specially formulated paver shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicoloc. Visit the Nicoloc Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicoloc.com.
Let Nicoloc pavers pave your way.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Welcome back to Bethpage Ballpark. The Long Island Ducks have a 1-run lead on the Camden Riversharks right now. 2-1 is our score. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It'll be Delta Cleary Jr., Dan Lyons, and Cody Puckett. 2, 3, 4, and Kevin Baez' lineup for the Flock in the home half of this 8th frame. New pitcher for the Camden Riversharks is number 26, Zach Braddock, left-hander, who is currently 27 years old, will be 28 on August 23rd, is 6'2", 220 pounds, out of Medford, New Jersey. Last pitched with the Bridgeport Bluefish, and does have MLB experience. We'll get you his numbers on the season. Braddock comes in having pitched in just 3 games. No record, no ERA. He's thrown 3 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, none of them earned, however. So no earned runs, despite the fact he's given up 3 2/3, 1 walk, and no strikeouts. Batters are hitting .313 against him. Delta Cleary Jr. strolls to the plate. Braddock actually spent last year with Lancaster and Bridgeport. Was 0-1 with a 6.11 ERA in 12 games. He started 3, had 1 save, allowed 17 runs, 12 of them earned on 21 hits in 17 2/3 with the Stormers and Fish. In 2014, he last pitched 1 inning on August 8th at Somerset, struck out 2 batters, did not allow a hit. First pitch to Delta, fastball low and in for a ball. Count 1-0. So Wes Torres' day is done. Not a bad outing at all for the son of a former World Series champion. Get you his final line in a moment, the 1-0. Braddock's fastball is hit to the screen behind the dish. Count is 1-1. So, for Wes Torres, despite the fact that he pitched pretty well, he is on the hook for the loss. 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, only 1 of them earned because of the throwing error from the catcher Mike Kearns that eventually allowed Anthony Vega to score. 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. Again, on the hook, he faced 28 batters. Cleary Jr. watches the fastball go by, up and out, count 2-1. Delta 1 for 2. RBI single in the third, also walked in the fifth. Made a sliding grab earlier in the game as well, so not a bad day at the office for Cleary Jr. Hits that one to the screen behind home plate. Again, count even at 2-2. th RBI of the year for Cleary Jr. back in the third frame. The 2-2 from the lefty Braddock. Fastball chopped over the head of the pitcher, fielded on the backhand by the shortstop McPhee. The throw to first is in time. Very nice play by Zach McPhee to retire Delta Cleary Jr. Looked like maybe he would not have enough time to get Delta, but I think he maybe got some help from the fact that Delta is a switch hitter and was hitting from the right side against the lefty rather than being in the lefty batter's box where he was against the right-hander in Wes Torres earlier in the game. So one away. 94 pitches, 52 strikes for Torres in his start, so did have some command problems, but did not pitch poorly overall. Dan Lyons takes a first pitch low in the zone for a ball, count 1-0. Lyons, who has been so hot of late, 0 for 3 on the night. Lined out to the center fielder Carlos Guzman in back-to-back at-bats in the third and fifth. Fastball hit high in the air to left field. Going back is Joe Guzman. Looking up, it's over the wall. A solo home run for Dan Lyons. It's number 10 for number 12. It makes it a 3-1 ball game in favor of the Long Island Ducks. The low 5 from Kevin Baez. Lyons touches home plate, and it's a 2-run lead for the Flock here in the bottom of the 8th inning. You can tell just by the sound of the bat as soon as the ball hit it. That was a bomb. Left the ballpark to deep left field. Lyons reaches double digits in the home runs department. His 52nd RBI of the year, his 45th run. What a shot. Fastball low and in to Cody Puckett, cleanup hitter, who is 1 for 3, doubled in the second. 6th hit of the evening for the Flock. The 1-0. Fastball hit in the air to center field. Racing in is Carlos Guzman. Will he get there in time? He will. Gets there just in time. Actually comes up limping a bit there. Maybe hurt his hamstring, but trying to walk it off. Walking slowly. 2 away. It's to be all right. Sean Burrows.
Third baseman, number 25, Sean Burrows.
He steps up.
Number 25.
0 for 2 with a walk in his last plate appearance. Sean with the average at .316, Major League veteran. First pitch curveball from Braddock is on the inside corner, and the count is 0-1. Braddock spent 2 years in the Brewers organization. Well, played with the Brewers for 2 years, I should say, 2010 and 2011. Had a 2.94 ERA in 2010. Had 59 strikeouts over 71 career games in Major League Baseball. Spent 6 total years in the Brewers organization. Facing another former big leaguer here in Sean Burrows. The 0-2. Curveball misses off the outside corner. All the Riversharks were ready to run off the field on that pitch. Freddie DeJesus says that it's a ball, 1-2 count. Burrows with the Padres, Devil Rays, Diamondbacks, and Twins. The 1-2 from Braddock. Fastball misses low and away. 2-2. So Braddock, as I said, having spent time in 2011 with the Brewers, Diamondbacks for Sean Burroughs in 2011. Very good chance these two guys could have faced off against each other on a bigger stage. Count is 2-2 with 2 away. Broddick peers in, gets the sign from Mike Kearns. Sets up on the outside part of the plate for the lefty hitting Burroughs. Curveball inside, almost hits him. Drops down at the last second. Count will go full. 2 away, no one on for the Ducks here. They lead by 2. Solo homer from Dan Lyons, his second in as many nights. The 3-2. Fastball misses off the outside corner, so that's another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quackerjack Foundation wins. So Burroughs at first.
One on the counter, number 9, Mike Blank.
For Camden pitching. The 5th walk of the game allowed. 2 away, Burroughs off of first, Mike Blank the batter, 0 for 2. Walked in the 4th and then last hit into a double play in the 6th. Force at second for the Riversharks. Braddock will throw over and keep Burroughs close. For Camden in the top of the 9th, it will be 4-5-6. Carlos Guzman, Joel Guzman, and Daniel Rocket. First pitch, fastball, low and in for a ball. Nice eye from Mike Blank. Braddock will regroup here, get another sign from Kearns. Has one, comes set just in front of his chin. Kicks and fires. The 1-0 is hit on the ground to the third baseman, bobbled by Michael Rocket. And he recovers and flips underhand to second base to retire Sean Burroughs. So Mike Blank is retired on the fielder's choice. That goes 5-4, and that's also how Burroughs is retired. So that'll do it for the Ducks in the 8th. Through 8 full in this inning, 1 run on 1 swing of the bat. 1 hit for the Ducks. It's a solo shot for Dan Lyons. No Camden errors and 1 left on base. We go to the top of the 9th. The Camden Riversharks need 2 runs before they make 3 outs, and it looks like Amalio Diaz is going to come in from the bullpen for Long Island to try to secure the 3-1 win.
Hey fans, this is relief pitcher Bruce Kern, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather, 1039 LI News Radio.
Thinking about buying or refinancing a home? Start by attending a free MCU home buying seminar. Then speak with one of our loan specialists who will guide you through the loan process. With an affordable mortgage from Municipal Credit Union, Home Sweet Home will be a little sweeter. Call 212-238-3521 or visit nymcu.org to apply for your mortgage today. Municipal Credit Union. Strong, trusted, growing. Municipal Credit Union is an equal housing opportunity lender.
Enjoy the ultimate VIP fan experience at Bethpage Ballpark this season by taking in a Ducks game from the brand new Trout Town Fan Can. Presented by Roscoe Beer Company, the Fan Can is available for rental at all Ducks home games. It features 12 Dream Seat theater-style padded seats, beverage holders, an air-conditioned atmosphere, and an incredible view of the game. Packages are now available with food and beverage included. To reserve your Fan Can outing today, call the Ducks Group Sales Department at 631-940-3825. The Trout Town Fan Can at Bethpage Ballpark. Your VIP experience has arrived.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app, powered by Clear Vision Apps, has officially arrived. Buy tickets and stay up to date on Long Island's hometown team right on your mobile device. Download the app today for free by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. Long Island Ducks lead this one 3-1 as we go to the top of the 9th. Amalio Diaz emerges from the pen for Kevin Byes' squad, looking to wrap up the 2-run win. 1 run on 5 hits, 2 errors for the Sharks, 3 runs on 6 hits, and 0 errors for your Long Island Ducks. Amalio 1-2 with a 1.4 ERA. Get you the rest of his numbers on the season in a moment. First batter for Chris Widger's team is the cleanup hitter, Carlos Guzman. Camden with the 2-run deficit. They need 2 runs before they make 3 outs. On the year, Amalio wearing number 38. 45th appearance of the season right here. He has 4 saves, looking for number 5. First pitch fastball's upstairs. 1-0 the count to Guzman. 45 innings, 31 hits, 8 runs, 7 of them earned, 7 walks, and 53 Ks. Batters hitting below the Mendoza line against him, 195. The 1-0. Fastball on the outside corner that time. Count even at 1-1. 7 earned runs in 45 innings of work for Amalio Diaz. Just an efficient pitcher. Comes set, always works from the stretch. The 1-1 is hit right back to him. He throws the glove out there, and the soft toss to Steve McQuail at first will retire Carlos Guzman. 1 away. Guzman had singled and scored in the 7th, but is retired there. Joel Guzman also singled in the 7th, but did not score. He is 1 for 3. Moved again, remember, to left field to replace Evan Crawford, who injured his shoulder, making a diving catch back in the first inning. 1 away, first pitch from Amalio to Joel Guzman. Check swing, fastball inside part of the plate. They checked to see if he went around. He did not. Tom Gandolfo down at first base makes the safe sign. So Guzman holds up, count is 1-0. Amalio's 1-0 pitch. Fastball right down the middle, splits the corners. Count even at 1-1 with 1 out. Diaz, last pitched on August 7th, has actually picked up saves in his last 2 appearances. He threw 1 inning, didn't allow a hit. He walked 1 and struck out 1. 1-1. Fastball on the outside corner, a called strike. Count goes to 1-2. Got the save on August 3rd with a perfect inning. And then the save the next time, even though he walked 1 batter, otherwise picked up the save. His 4th of the year. The 1-2. Curveball bounces in the dirt. It's a ball, 2-2. And that August 3rd outing was against the Bridgeport Bluefish here at Bethpage Ballpark to close out that long set against the Bluefish back on Monday, August the 3rd. The Ducks won 5-2. The 2-2 from Amalio Diaz. Hit foul, right side, over the Ducks dugout. It'll sail out of play. Count will stay where it is. Again, 1 more game with Camden tomorrow night right here, 6:35 first pitch. And then 6:35 first pitch Thursday through Saturday with Southern Maryland, and then 5:05 with the Crabs on Sunday before the Ducks head to Bridgewater for a 4-game stretch with the Somerset Patriots. Those will be very important games. Really, every game at this point in the season is important. The 2-2 from Amalio. Swing and a miss. Tipped into the glove of Mike Blank, and Joel Guzman goes down swinging. Diaz 1 out away from his 5th save, and the batter is the right fielder Daniel Rocket. Remember, has hit 1 home run in this series already, but Camden needs 2 runs, not just 1, so even a dinger here won't tie the ball game. 3-1 Ducks, 2 outs, top 9. Blank sets up on the outside part of the plate. Diaz ready, the first pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss. Actually, that was more like an off-speed pitch. Looked like maybe a slider. Rocket out in front, swung over it. It's so hard to tell what Amalio is throwing because he throws with the same motion every single time, no matter what pitch he's throwing, which really is what you want to do if you're a pitcher. Always have the same delivery. You never want to tip off your pitches to the batter. The 0-1. Swing and a miss again. Goes down in the zone with that off-speed pitch back-to-back, and the count is 0-2. One more strike for the Long Island Ducks, and then we'll snap this 2-game skid. Crowd on their feet, they're ready. Amalio Diaz is ready. Daniel Rocket is ready. The 0-2 from number 38 is hit foul, right side, out of play. Daniel Rocket fighting to stay alive here. Count is 0-2. Diaz is set. He's at the ready at the belt. Kicks and fires. Hit foul right side once again. Count will stay 0-2. Daniel Rocket battling here. Trying to keep things moving. Out on deck is number 33, Ryan Strebe. He would be pinch hitting for the catcher, Mike Kern. So Chris Widger, I suppose, hoping that Rocket can get aboard. And then maybe Strebe can hit a home run. Strebe with 6 homers on the year. Diaz is ready. Once again, he's set at the belt. The 0-2 comes home with it. Fastball, swing and a miss, and that will do it. The Long Island Ducks are victorious over the Camden Riversharks. Amalio Diaz picks up his 5th save of the season. 3-1 is the final. Dan Lyons, with his 10th home run of the season, helps the Long Island Ducks snap this small 2-game skid against the Camden Riversharks. And the Long Island Ducks pick up their 60th win of the 2015 campaign. They go to 60-41 with this win on Tuesday night at the Duck Pond. 1 run on 5 hits and 2 errors for the Camden Riversharks. 3 runs on 6 hits, 0 errors for the Flock. And a big win for the Long Island Ducks. We'll step out shortly and come back and talk more about it right here from Bethpage Ballpark.
Hey fans, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather. 103.9 LI News Radio.
Spring into a new Honda at Huntington Honda and pay $59 a month for a new 2015 Honda Civic LX sedan. $59. So spring into Huntington Honda on Jericho Turnpike just east of Route 110 or HuntingtonHondaCars.com.
Huntington Honda, discover the difference.
Auto 24-month lease, total due at inception. Civic $31.90 includes bank fee, first month's payment, no security deposit. Taxes, DMV, title fees extra with excellent credit through HFS.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Welcome back to Bethpage Ballpark. The Long Island Ducks have defeated the Camden Riversharks 3-1. And it was a hard-fought game for both of these teams, and we'll take you through how we got to the 2-run victory for the Flock. Well, they got the scoring started after both teams went without a run in the first 2 innings. Camden did not score in the top of the third, but in the bottom of the third, Steve McQuail led the inning off with a single, a bloop single, and he would later be moved to second base on a sacrifice bunt from Carlos Hughes. Felot Lentini would ground out and move McQuail to third base, and then it was Delta Cleary Jr. with the RBI single up the middle into center field to put the Long Island Ducks ahead 1-0. The Ducks playing some small ball there with the sacrifice bunt, and they had the 1-run advantage. We go from the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, and no one would score another run In the top of the 7th, Ian Marshall still in for the Long Island Ducks. He was the starter for Long Island in the game. In that 7th inning, leading it off was Patty Matera. He would ground out. Carlos Guzman would single. Joel Guzman would then single, all with 1 out. And then Daniel Rocket, the right fielder, would walk. So the bases are loaded, and the catcher, Mike Kearns, would hit a sacrifice fly to left field. Anthony Vega would hold on to the ball. However, the throw was too late, and it was an RBI for Mike Kearns as Carlos Guzman scored easily from third base with his 36th run of the season. So 1-1 through 6.5. In the home half of the inning, however, the Long Island Ducks come back and retake the lead 2-1. Anthony Vega walks, and then he attempts to steal second base. He does so successfully with no one out. Camden catcher Mike Kearns then throws the ball into center field, so it's an E2, and it puts Anthony Vega at third base, 90 feet away is the go-ahead run with no one out. Steve McQuail with the sacrifice fly and RBI to center field put the Ducks ahead for good, 2-1. Dan Lyons adds a solo shot in the 8th, a bomb to left field, his 10th of the year, his 52nd RBI, 45th run scored for the Ducks shortstop, but who has actually been playing DH as of late. He's been DHing in the lineup because of some shoulder soreness, has had a hard time throwing. So he's been DHing over the last couple days or so in this Camden series, and that was a really long homer to left. So that made it 3-1 Ducks, and then in the top of the 9th, Amalio Diaz emerges from the pen. Carlos Guzman grounds out to the pitcher, and then Joel Guzman and Daniel Rocket both strike out swinging to help Amalio Diaz pick up his 5th save as a Long Island Duck in the season. Ian Marshall holds on and gets the win. He goes to 5-6, 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run it was earned, 2 walks, and 5 Ks. His ERA goes to 3.32, and a tough loss for the Camden starter, Wes Torres, who I definitely have to give some credit to. He falls to 4-5 with the tough luck loss. 7 frames as well. He matches Ian Marshall. 5 hits, 2 runs, only 1 of them earned, 4 walks and 3 Ks. So the unearned run because of the throwing error from his battery mate, Mike Kearns, that eventually allowed Anthony Vega to score from third in the 7th inning. Zach Braddock allows the Dan Lyons solo shot in the 8th inning. Offensively for Long Island, they only put together 6 hits for the 3 runs. Phelan Lantini, Delta Cleary Jr., Lyons, of course, Cody Puckett, Steve McQuail, and Carlos Hughes have 1 hit apiece. And for Camden, they finish with 5 hits, 2 of which come from their leadoff hitter, Michael Rocket. With the win, the Long Island Ducks go to 14-17 in the second half of play, 60-41. Overall, their 60th win of the season, and the Camden Riversharks go to 12-19 in the second half of play, 40-61 overall in 2015. We'll step out one more time, take a final look at the out-of-town scoreboard, and we will wrap this one up from Bethpage Ballpark.
Hey fans, this is right-handed pitcher Frank DiGiulio, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island's home for news, traffic, and weather, 1039 LI News Radio.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Welcome back to Bethpage Ballpark one more time. On this Tuesday evening, the Long Island Ducks take care of business in Game 3 of a 4-game set against the Camden Riversharks. 3-1 is the final. Again, the win goes to Ian Marshall. The loss goes to Wes Torres, the right-handed pitcher for the Camden Riversharks. We'll take one more look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Again, earlier today, the Somerset Patriots defeated the Sugar Land Skeeters 8-5 at TD Bank Ballpark, a 3-hour game there. Right now, still in the 7-inning game between the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs and Bridgeport Bluefish. The Crabs lead at 5-4. Top of the 5th at Regency Furniture Stadium. Those two teams, again, it's 9:04. They have another 7-inning game to play following the completion of that first one because of yesterday's rain out. Down at Regency Furniture Stadium, the horrible weather and rain, heavy rain, coming through the region overnight, forcing them to do the back-to-back 7-inning contests. So they will have a lot more baseball to play in Southern Maryland throughout the night. Bottom of the 8th at Santander Stadium, and the Lancaster Barnstormers on the road there in York, defeating right now, well, they haven't defeated them yet, they're leading, I should say, the Revolution 4-0. And then the only other game, of course, is that other 7-inning game between the Bridgeport Bluefish and Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. And in Major League Baseball, Mets and Yankees both in action right now. The Mets leading the Colorado Rockies 1-0 in the top of the 7th inning. And bottom of the 7th in Cleveland, the Indians on top of the Yanks 2-1, 1 out in both of those games in their respective innings. Once again, tomorrow it will be on the mound for the Ducks, Darren Downs. It's the finale of a 4-game set. Downs comes in, the southpaw, 1-3 with a 5.32 ERA, and he will be opposed by right-hander Sean Gleason, who has 10 losses on the season. He's 5-10 with a 4.28 ERA. And first pitch between the two teams, again, it's the finale. It will be at 6:35. Well, that will do it for us here from Bethpage Ballpark. Once again, your final score is Long Island 3 and Camden 1. We'll wrap up the 4-game set right here at the Duck Pond tomorrow night before the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs visit Central Islip for another 4-game set. And then the Ducks, as the month of August rolls on, they will travel to Bridgewater, New Jersey for a 4-game set in the middle of next week. Darren Downs versus Sean Gleason right back here at the Duck Pond tomorrow night, 6:35 first pitch. But for now, until then, I'm Chris Buckley saying thanks so much for joining us on your Tuesday evening, making us a part of your evening entertainment. Please enjoy the rest of your evening, and we will see you tomorrow night at the Duck Pond.